No problem. I appreciate your hustle, man. This is great. Just making the cross-country trip and stuff. Obviously, bringing your kid along is awesome. And,
we are
big fan of the show, obviously.
We are hell bent on the. We're hell bent on. Can we use that marker?
Yeah, if you don't mind.
We're hell bent on hopefully get that Black Series. You know, I'm trying to get in before, Marvel, they saturated the hell out of the whole series, in a million different ways. I'm like, October 4th for me is like the Cinderella Crush Midnight. Where I just want to have him where it's enough to say, the other two at least have them,
Yeah, something. But a pop figure, those they're expanding that out a bit, something.
But it drives me crazy because, literally, Blue Snaggletooth, the Monomon, Barada, Scream Face.
Yeah.
They literally had like less screen time,
Sure.
So that's just the ultimate dream.
The whole bounty hunter group in Empire, are on the screen literally for 3 seconds. Yeah. They're legendary figures, So.
The comic book Star Wars Bounty Hunters, they want to get in.
They got that one.
Yeah. So after issue number 10, Ethan Sachs is really hell bent on getting. He actually tweeted. Rowan and I, right? Yeah, he tweeted about a week ago, and he was just like, we're going to try our darndest, and we want to get him in there, But he emailed me privately, too. He emailed me 3 months ago. I'd like to believe, because I can't say yes or no, but he would say...
Luckily, the weather hits.
I'd like to say 3 months past that he would have said,
I
hey, I can't do it for X, Y, Z. And he hasn't. So I'm just telling if we do it, we're going to order 1,500 copies so I can get the variant. They have an artist of the variant, and what are 1,500? And then we look at them do it on the tour.
No. If you could put the guild line on there.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
It was pouring earlier. Oh my god.
Yeah.
I saw you did the Field of Dreams yesterday. That's awesome. I've always wanted to go.
Kevin got me out to
Can I take some pictures? I just want to take
Los
pictures.
Angeles because I was one of my first feature bits was For Love of the Game.
Okay. Yeah. Great movie.
And we were at Yankee Stadium for 2 months. And Augie Burrito coached him at Cal State.
Test, 1, 2. If you guys are joining us live, we are transmitting live. This is Dominic Pace. He's in Chicago, everybody.
Yes.
We want to thank our wonderful hosts, Celine and Nick of Alley Cat Comics in Andersonville. We love you guys. May the force be with you.
We love you.
I see some Scuttle buddies in the chat. Matt Vader, what's up? Charlie Skywalker, Cam Ray, Vader's girl, thank you for the sub.
Absolutely, yeah, of course.
Amanda from Florida. How's it going, Amanda? Thanks for joining us in the chat. Come on in, everybody. Don't be shy. Say hello to Dominic.
Oh my God, what ice cream place is this? Yeah, oh my God, that looks amazing. Thank you so much. Let me get a bag. Advantage, and then also with that with the square, I'm able to see the daily transaction. So I'll be able to get that number for the store owner.
Actually, I have a plastic for this.
Oh, you do? Okay.
Dry a second.
Okay, that's correct. Okay, perfect.
Yeah, these pens are great. If you,
They are, yeah. And it's funny because, like, I was doing it. Story, like, you don't know, sometimes at 50, like, 100 is kind of are right there.
Charlie, surprise for you, Charlie.
yeah, it's a.
I don't know what it is, but
Marby, M-A-R-B,
it's so.
Yeah.
or whatever, and they're putting off the they're great.
Yeah, I like that.
And no, Ron has not been kicked out yet. He's working on that.
That punch is really hard. Yeah.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Thanks for coming out. Oh, wow. Look at that. Gorgeous. Wow.
We got some Mandos and a Dark Lord showing up to Scarif. Here we go. Check that out, guys. Thank you to the 501st and the Mando Mercs for showing up, for making sure that the area is secure. Hey, Rob, Charles wants to know if you got kicked out yet. Yeah, let's see. I told you, he's working on it. Hashtag, what's Rob drinking?
Get a little photo, guys? Yeah.
How long to go?
Get this in the back there? Yeah. Dominic Pace Day. I'm not curing cancer here, but I do want my Black Series figure, But okay, I'll take it, But no, ever since I started, even before with all the character roles, the most important thing to me was trying to be an inspiration out of the street. And I just can't tell you what a privilege it is to be part of the community. No matter what ends up happening with Echo, with Mandalorian Nerds, Conquerors, Rebel Legion, I just can't tell you how appreciative I am. You guys get that joy so many times where you can put a smile on a kid's face. The fact that I'm able to be a small ambassador to that, to be able to make these kids happy and also those in need throughout our community, it's just more than I can imagine. Throughout my entire career, and ironically, I've been through something that's something in acting actually. I'm just so grateful and so honored to be part of the franchise. It's an honor to be part of you guys. So thank you so much. We appreciate it. Yeah, hold up with a tote full of weapons. We got some questions. I can imagine. Yeah, well, that's amazing. PSA. But I'm so happy I was able to trip with a lot of the props too. Like batteries, things like that. you know, I just don't want to deal with it with TSA there. I got to run through 4,000 every year. That's the deal. Oh, wow, there he is. Thank you. Good stuff. Thank you guys so much. Thank you.
Dominic, let's take a look at this tattoo.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you. Dan, where do you have it there? It's on the chin? Yep. Oh my God. Oh, gorgeous. Wow. Amazing. We gotta get I gotta get down on the we gotta get down maybe on one knee. Yeah, maybe take some pictures. Absolutely. Maybe we'll Facebook.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah,
No problem. Oh my God. It's such an honor to finally meet you, man. Oh my God. Oh my God, this is so great. This is so great, man. It's so awesome. Oh my God. This is so awesome.
Bending on this. We'll get down on one knee on both sides so we can stand up and get on this side. Yeah. So you mind to have my camera? And then maybe you can get lower there as well.
Thank you.
Let me know when you're
Alright, so I got a couple for your included headlines, as you slow down. Got them right.
Awesome. Hey, man, it's just an honor to meet you, man. You're an honor.
We're having fun, man. We're having a great time. Like I said, we're hoping we get Gecko to Dengar Hotel.
Can I get a picture of you standing in the alley? No, see, we need to get Dengar to Gecko level status. Gecko's up there, man.
Like I said, there's this whole step by step, hoping comic book and then God willing, Hasbro says, come on. I mean,
Yeah, we got to get a Funko Pop here and stuff like that.
you know? Oh my God. How amazing he is.
All right.
You get a Funko Pop, you have made it.
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely, please. Yeah. Let me grab. I like to grab a little prop sometimes. Can we get over here? You just open up here. Dan, that looks amazing.
Oh, thank you.
I'm so honored, man. Thank you.
Thank you.
got good haircuts.
Yeah.
One more, guys.
I got to get one with this mask on. Otherwise, Pat will kill me.
You look good to be dead, right?
Right.
Rob, is this a surprise for them?
No, I already posted. I said it to them.
How are you, sir?
I'm doing great, man. I'm loving I love that shirt.
Yeah. That wasn't my first choice when I left. I'm like, you know what?
Yeah.
This is actually
It's like a fucking panda.
yeah, no, I love it.
Yeah.
And my wife found this the other day. Like Nixon, the Boba Fett Nixon. Like,
I know. You know what? When I was at Celebration, I won last year, and it was so hard. I was talking.
you went to Chicago?
I went to Chicago.
Me too.
Yeah, but I
Good time.
couldn't. Please, I even went down to a benefit summer at CCC.
Yeah.
I couldn't say a word. Even the 501st, they were just like, we can't even announce you, you know. And I was like, okay, no worries. I just want to get to know everyone,
Sure.
you know, and really obviously start branding the characters, of course. But man, oh man, it was just really one of those things where
Can you check the framing? I'm going to turn it for both of us.
Yep.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll tilt it down.
Yeah, so there was a designer that was there. And
Yeah,
I
well, if you're gonna swivel, or I can move over.
If you ever consider branding, you know, with the box there. You know,
Yeah. I think it's sweet. Yeah, I think the master. I think everything does.
So I appreciate it. I'd like to believe I got David John's blessing. Every now and then, my makeup artist who did it for me, he'll like put a thumbs up on Instagram, but nothing more than that. You know, it's just, so it's just one of those things to where I think we're branding it pretty damn well, but I just want to hopefully take that next level.
You know, being parts of all the groups that I'm in, I run a lot of the groups. Yeah, Facebook's a huge outlet, and you know,
from when the first time I met you to and it just happened to have your photo in the back, and the guy's like, "Hey, where did you get that Dominic Pace photo from?" I'm like, you know, it's funny because I'm actually going down there tomorrow.
Yeah.
And that was just like, he's like a big fan, and he already knew who you were outside of it.
What's up, everybody?
Yeah, no, I really,
Don't mind us.
I'm so grateful and trying to give back as much as I can because again, it's one of those things. Doing it for 20 years.
Yeah.
Really, it's like when you come from just this color of background, and every single day you're doing the same job, but just finally you get this other record.
Dan, how do you pronounce your last name? Dudditch.
Yes. This is like, this is legit.
Yeah.
You're part of Star Wars.
No, thank you.
That's history for most of us today.
Yeah.
Framey, how's it going?
Undergrads, you know.
Hello from Chicago.
So,
And
And I think everybody,
thanks for stopping by. Just going to do a quick little shout out to Alley Cat Comics here in Andersonville in Chicago. They have been fantastic through and through. I want to thank the 501st, WSCR, Galactic Public Access, for bringing the Mando Mercs. They're fantastic.
the bus has like it has really good definition as far
And
as
we got Dan that just arrived a couple of minutes ago. He has an amazing tattoo. We'll post.
like I said, I'm
we'll
all
post
set to
a
get.
picture.
The guy's gonna ink it tomorrow when you sign it.
Rob, how's it going?
It's going good, bro. How about
Oh
yourself,
my
man?
God, this is just.
Ooh, my level seems low. There we go.
Yeah, how do we do that, Dan? I'm gonna.
Heather?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that is Heather. Hey Heather.
That's on me.
Heather's taking some pictures of some Mandos on Clark Street in Chicago.
Yes, one was waiting for a transport.
Ah, it didn't blow up with Chewy in it, did it?
Not so much.
Okay,
You want
good.
one of those?
We were worried about whether Heather was going to make it here today. She was pinned by her cat earlier. A little touch and go.
So I just want to say hello to everybody in the chat. Rural Farm Boy.
Okay, so.
Charles. Charles, did you see what we just posted? Really cool. Michael. Who else is in here? 2med2. Framey. Framey or Frammy?
I think Framey.
Framey? Yeah, Frank and Amy? Framey. Yeah.
Okay.
So we're here at Alley Cat Comics, having a good time. It was pouring earlier today, and we thought that was going to be a disaster.
Got a nice breeze back here
Yeah,
now.
it's beautiful.
Nick's the guy who did the tattoo.
Dominic and Son is busy doing their thing over there. We're going to talk to them a little bit later on, and maybe we can get Dan over here too to talk about his tattoo.
Yeah.
That'd be fantastic. But anybody else have a Star Wars tattoo, or not specifically? I guess everybody has a Star Wars tattoo. I'm way behind the line here. Heather, what type of tattoo should I have and where? Don't answer that.
And how much are the coins?
20.
I think I need an Imperial cog somewhere. But yeah, around the nipple. It's a kid's show.
Everyone's got nipples.
Everybody's got them.
Yeah. We got Nick and one to Mark. Mark's the guy.
Not everybody uses them though.
No.
How did we get stuck talking about nipples?
Yeah, you're welcome.
Exactly. So again, a little shout out to Alley Cat Comics, Nick and Celine Dion. I know. It's a hard life. Pronunciation. Yeah. What else is going on, Rob?
I don't know. I'm just hoping Cam Ray shows up in the chat to start correcting your grammar.
Yeah, right. All right. So we just, again, quick shout out. Again, I just can't say it enough. Alley Cat Comics has been fantastic during ScarifCon 2019 and ScarifCon 2020, and it has been a great home base for our little get-togethers once a year. We might, maybe next year, somebody said in the fall, just so we don't have to battle with the elements. But, it's Chicago.
I was going to say, it's Chicago.
Yeah.
There's no.
We get all 5 seasons in one day sometimes. 5, yes, construction is a season in Chicago.
Awesome.
Who else would you like to give a shout out to, Rob?
Yeah, who else do we have in chat? All the usual suspects. I see Matt Bader 74 on there.
What's up, Mad Vader
Good to see some
74?
representation from the Salty Nerd podcast.
Yes, sir. And I think are the Mandos out there? They're out there.
Oh, here comes
Heather, here comes Heather. I think
everyone's favorite Jawa.
Heather needs to sit down and talk for a while.
Oh gosh, that sounds like a terrible idea.
What do I always?
I can stand.
It's 50 there plus, I don't know what you charge me.
Yeah, it's 175 total.
Are you okay if I take my mask?
I am.
You have to ask permission nowadays.
This is true. This is true. So what's been going on with WSCR?
Oh, WSTR. Yeah, we since last we had Scarif Con, we've added a few folks, so
True.
we are now at a solid 5 people. Stand back, everybody. So that's been a lot of fun, and yeah, Todd's been hustling and getting us some great guest stars, which has been amazing.
Yeah, you guys have had some great shows.
So
Here's 180.
probably one of the best shows that we've done recently. I think it's episode 124. Please don't quote me on that number.
And then,
Where we talked about hope in light of everything that's going on in the world. And I think this particular event in itself is the perfect example of that. That we're just bringing joy to some people. So
We all know it's because you guys need to have hope since you've added Carla to your roster.
I mean,
and her 19 approved cosplay outfits.
it's
None of you are
hard.
measuring up anymore.
None of us, we just can't hold a candle to that girl. So, but she's been lovely. And, yeah, so we've just been doing really good. At just
Everybody
staying on top
wants
of
to see this one.
best as we can. And it's getting
It's gotten a
saucy.
little crazy out
It's
here.
getting
We've
saucy,
got people disrobing to show tattoos.
Yeah, it's a real life that we lead, isn't
Yes,
it?
it is. I'm going to do everyone on the live stream a favor by not turning the camera.
Oh, what's up?
We almost
you
lost a
guys?
row.
So, but yeah, no, Todd is here too, so hopefully he'll make a little.
Everybody loves the back.
So,
Wow.
got a full Star Wars back tattoo going on over here.
Yeah, it's a full-blown, full-back Rogue One diorama of
Right.
every character you could possibly want.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then clearly enjoys pain.
Yeah.
So what do we got going on in the chat here?
I don't know. Let's see. Yes, Heather, that's me. That's
Yeah.
me.
We got Kim talking about the episode you were talking about, your Hope episode, which she thought was awesome.
Yeah. So, but yes, at least it's not sub-zero temps this year. It's true. I feel like it's cooled down a little bit. Since
Oh, it's cooled
earlier.
down a lot. Yeah, it's
So-
cooled down a lot. I think we were originally looking at 94 today.
Yes.
When I looked like 3 days ago. And it's still going to get into the upper 80s, but the humidity has completely died off since the rain swept through, so I think we're going to be in good shape. Shockingly, we're kind of back in a little cubby here off the main drag, and there's a really nice breeze blowing through here right now. So as long as none of our podcast and cosplay promotional materials blow away, I think we're in good shape.
Winner, winner, chicken
Yes.
dinner,
Yeah.
I think. So, but it's been great to have Dom here too, and just sort of we're getting signage.
Oh, he's getting the tattoo
Oh,
of Gecko on his leg signed by Dominic Pace. So yeah, if you are anywhere in the Chicago area and you want to come down here today from 2 to 5 Central Standard Time, Dominic Pace and his son are here. He's got a bunch of materials, some really cool stuff that he is willing to sign for you. Super nice guy, great ambassador for Star Wars and the Mandalorian series.
Absolutely.
And, come on down and meet someone who was a part of one of the biggest hit series this year, I think.
Absolutely. And then while you're here, you'll check out Alley Cat Comics because they got some great stuff inside.
Yes,
So.
yes. And Celine and the staff here at Alley Cat Comics, like Ro was talking about earlier, they're just amazing, wonderful hosts. They have a great shop in there, and you will not regret coming down and checking out the comic book shop.
Absolutely. So don't be alarmed if you see, Sir Vader outside. He will not harm you. Well, I can't promise
The
that.
Mandos, though.
The Mandos, they live by a different code. It's a real thing. So. Oh, New Mexico. That would be a different distance to get here. Team Dominic all the way. True story.
Yeah, Charlie actually went to the Albuquerque event that Dominic did. These are all to support small business, so
Yep.
basically everything he's doing here is for charity. I know that he was just in Iowa, I believe it was Sioux City, where he got the mayor to come down, and the mayor deemed June 18th, Lair of the Gecko, Dominic Pace Day, forevermore in Sioux City, Iowa. So that was pretty cool.
That's awesome.
So this is getting a little out of control. I know his next stop is, I believe, in Michigan over by Detroit. And then he is headed out to Fort Wayne. So if you are not familiar, we'll make sure we get some of those dates out there later on in the podcast. But yeah, he's got an entire summer ahead of him through the end of July here. So should be exciting times.
Absolutely.
I agree.
Yeah, Dan doesn't move. I've got the entire schedule right here on the back of his t-shirt.
Oh. Yeah, there we go.
Right on.
Here we go. Dearborn Heights, Michigan, South Bend, Indiana, and
20th and 21st. Yep. In Dearborn Heights, Michigan, the 24th through the 25th in South Bend, Indiana, and then the 27th in Chattanooga, Tennessee. So if you're anywhere on that path, definitely find out where he's going to be showing up in your local area and go out and give some of your patronage to your local comic book shop and check out Dominic. So.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
We just do a green flag.
Right, what else going on?
I don't know. Here.
Surprisingly, ahead of years.
Everyone's on Google Maps apparently, doing the whole, how far away am I?
It looks like he's added some dates since those t-shirts got printed. I know Cam Ray there is saying that he's going to be down in Florida, in his neck of the woods in Jacksonville later on. But he's going to be working. So Cam, I think you need to talk to your boss.
Yeah.
Have this little adventure. We're going to explore Disney World.
Right.
All right, so we're going to go ahead.
Yeah, there could be a sick day in Cam's future. It's hard to know.
All right, we're going to go ahead and switch the camera back over to Dominic and the stuff that's going on around him, and we're just going to let that ride for a little bit, and we will be back a little later to talk to some of the other guests.
Lightsaber, if you have time to do it.
Oh, maybe. Get excited, everybody.
For Galaxy's Edge.
That's Hollywood Studios.
Hollywood Studios.
Yeah, you changed to get out here.
Okay, got it.
Can you just tell me what it's
Yeah, absolutely.
Cantina? But is that where, so is the Avatar ride in
No,
Hollywood?
Avatar's in Animal Kingdom.
Oh, okay.
So our first stop was Animal Kingdom. Yeah, because there wasn't really anything else that we wanted to do in Animal Kingdom. We did it last year.
Yes.
So doing the Avatar first was pretty amazing. Sure. And then going over and we spent 2 days pretty much going to the Galaxy's Edge. There's all these hidden features throughout the Galaxy's Edge as well. I was walking around with a lightsaber, a stormtrooper walked up to me and he's like, "Oh, a lightsaber." Yeah. Well, we know you're not a Jedi. If there was one last one on the country, it isn't you. Move along, citizen. Yeah. Stormtrooper roasted me.
Yeah. It's fun. They really get into it.
It's good times.
I thought those rides were great. The only thing that broke my heart was I was hoping that, I hope one day, but I don't think it's going to happen. The Rise of Resistance, I would love to see an episode 4 version of that. So you start on the farm, with Luke.
Yeah.
It kind of just takes you, from room to room, or, just any way they can magically do it,
Well, that new hotel they got coming up.
Yeah.
It's like, who knows what they're going to do. That hotel's going to be.
Yeah, it's like what, like 3,000 for the weekend or something?
I don't know, it's pricey. But they said that when you get there, like the second you get there, you're no longer connected to the regular world. And once you're on the bus, or I haven't been to the real world in a while. Yeah. No, they say you're submerged in Star Wars the second you get on the train.
Yeah.
Like it alters everything. I love it. Submerged.
I love it. I keep telling people in interviews too. I wish I could bring every Star Wars fan that day into my heart with, where you get television as an actor and having that standoff, with him. All of a sudden, just all the lights went away, and for a minute, it was like, having my own ride there, where all of a sudden, you're in the universe.
Yeah.
So it's just,
I think it was crazy. Mandalorian just kind of blew up.
Yeah. John and Dave, they're one of us, so I think that's really what made it very special,
Yeah, no,
and it just went back to fun. I mean, it really, that's what movies need to go back to, It's just, we're so lucky in the 80s.
Yeah.
And now,
I've met Dave 3 times now, and he does, when you meet him, unless he's there with like a press agent, he does not, he's one of you.
Yes.
If you ask him for an autograph, he looks at you like you're a crazy person. Like, why do you want my
His interviews are
I'm
fantastic.
nobody.
Yeah.
He said it. He doesn't see himself as a subject, so he doesn't understand how people want pictures of him.
I honestly, I don't know what's going on behind the scenes, but I think I just owe a lot to him. Because I think if it was just Disney in general, I think they might have put a kibosh on.
Hey, we don't take our helmets off.
they would have isolated me and just said, hey, this is the way things happen. But I think Dave knows that, it's one of you guys as well. I'd like to believe that he's been supportive, stuff.
I remember the first time I met Dave, we actually gave him a hug. And the girl's like, Ray, you can expect this all the time.
Awesome, yeah. Where'd you meet him there?
I met him at Celebration.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Chicago or?
No, this was Orlando. Orlando. He was like at one of the parties. Like, that's Dave Maloney. And I'm like, oh my God, this is like meeting Jesus.
Yeah. We had a little interaction. I mean, here and there. But one cool thing, two female, first assistant director and second assistant director, and they just ran things just like a tight ship.
It was funny in Chicago before everything opened. I was at the Mando booth. Dave, John, and the founder of the Mando Merch are really good friends.
Yeah.
So John came with this huge press crew of a bunch of people for all the talking. And we're just sitting in the booth.
Yeah.
And then just in the middle of the booth, Dave's standing there. Hi guys.
Yeah.
We're like, what? He's like, hi. What you guys up to? He just sits down.
So, yeah.
He didn't phase him.
Very good Pittsburgh guy. That's so awesome. Yeah, no, I mean, he's just good. And I'd like to believe also with just the clones and the rebels, how he's really passionate about the side characters in terms of building them up. That I'd like to believe, a lot of people have been like, dude, you're doing their job for them, I mean, and if that's the case, I think it's awesome because it helps me, and also helps them in terms of fleshing out a character within the universe, Yeah. But like I said, I just have a little fear with season 2 just because I think a lot of Clone Wars is going to get infused into it, and I just want to be able to just get just up on that little notch before everything, that all washes over everyone. Especially if we're still quarantined, because that's really going to have a powerful, profound impact on everybody,
Because I heard that they announced that movie theaters aren't opening again until next summer.
Yeah, it's crazy damn.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what you heard. Some movie theaters and some of the more risk probably areas, they're not going to open.
Iowa's
That's Wisconsin. We're open already.
No, yeah.
We don't care.
Iowa was so chill. I had the mayor. He's like 75 years old. He's definitely like within range. He's coming up to me, shaking my hand. And I'm just like, why not? I don't know.
I think at a certain age, you just don't care anymore.
Yeah. You have a good life, and but it's what we just take it as it comes. But I would like to believe, though, for 90% of us at least, that we are, even if we get it, that our immune systems are solid. There was a mom over in. Oh, please don't get a big breeze. There was a mom over in. Oh God, I think it was in Iowa, and she was just talking about the fact that she put her child specifically in pre-K and kindergarten, but not just for the social interaction, but also just to build up the immune system. You're rolling around.
Kids build up their immune system in school.
Yeah.
And everybody else has everything, and you get everything.
I'm pretty sure I ate dirt when I was a kid. Very confident. You haven't eaten dirt yet?
Yeah.
You're missing out on some of the most delicious stuff you'll ever have.
I mean, mud
It's
pie.
got all types of everything in it. You get a crunchiness sometimes.
And you don't randomly walk into your house holding a limb going, Mom, Dad, something happened. Like,
Yeah.
you were too isolated.
Yeah.
Jump into the local, we had a local pond in Casanova Creek, was what they call it. It smelled horrible.
Yeah.
But
more
when
of
you're
a
in
swamp.
it, it just smelled so good.
Yeah.
But you get in it and you be out for the whole day and you just smell like pond water. It's like, yeah, this is either going to kill me or make you stronger.
That's it.
Oh, what's this third arm? This is
Yeah.
cool.
We had one guy from the military yesterday, and they talked about boot camp, Oh my God, things as gross as like after a big sweat, 10 miles or whatever, you guys had, even down to the underwear, you had to swap clothes and wear each other's clothes and just.
Yeah, I'm not interested.
No, yeah, exactly. But just, just the fact that all become one, and even with showers, they're in really close quarters. So he's like, if I didn't get sick or all that, he's like, I think we're gonna be okay.
Awesome.
I love that watch.
Oh, no, you want something cool?
I want to take a picture.
Check this out.
Yeah.
This is pretty sweet.
Don't tell me it's got a rocket band.
No, it's even better.
Yeah.
So I'm looking at it when I get it.
Yeah.
The band has carbonite on the back.
Oh,
wow. Let me wipe the sweat. We're not swapping today, so let me wipe my sweat off of that.
I'll take a picture, yeah. I take a picture of the front. Yeah. I love every place I go. I love all the Star Wars art, and somebody had a really beautiful.
That's awesome.
I
I found it on accident. I'm looking at the camera. Wait a minute. That looks like carbonite on the back of that.
Dan, I just can't believe I'm just watching the video here.
My video skills okay for you now?
I think so. Yeah, oh, you did great. You cut my gut out. Wow. Amazing. Oh my God, man. Thank you
Oh,
so
well,
much.
thank you, man. Thank you.
This is going to be the shot heard around the world.
That's pretty wild.
Yeah, thank you so much. So honored.
And then the thing is,
this whole thing
the thing is, my legs are really twitching.
I had a guy. Yeah.
And so I'm like, so he's only, I'm like, you got an hour and a half, dude. Get this done.
Are you
crank it up?
Are you gonna get a Jedi Knight ribbon on you?
I don't know where.
But the Jedi Knight
Because I'm supposed to get like Ray to sign this and Daisy or Felicity Jones to sign this, you know.
You got Baby Yoda on hoping somewhere. There you go.
Oh, wow.
I think he's.
Oh, wait. Oh, Dan, let me get that. Let me get that. I didn't get that.
I think he's a pro.
Then there's the Mandalorian.
Yeah.
Who wasn't gonna know?
Yeah. Then I'm gonna get Gina Carano, and I want to get IG-11. I want to get a whole Mandalorian league.
Wow. Oh, my God. That is so awesome.
Once to this, your idea love, there's a shirt called Babysitter for Hire.
Yeah.
Program to protect infants, 24-hour oversight,
Yes.
self-destruct.
Yes.
Reference available, and you gotta pull the tag off the shirt.
That's a great.
See, I already got all the Cantina aliens on this leg.
Oh, wow. Yes. That's like I said, that's what's frustrating. It's like, you know, I'll see those figures, you know, because during the 90s, or like the late 90s, early 2000s, he went out with that series of figures. Oh, you kidding me? Of course, man.
Look at here, right? Here.
I'll put my,
I'll put my bright orange underwear on for a selfie with
Oh,
all
nice.
Listen,
You really stand out.
No, in my work,
Walking down the street,
so that I can differentiate who works there and who
Yeah.
doesn't.
That really helps a lot. So you know all the East Coast food, we don't have it today.
You know who you're talking to when you're there, you know? We're gonna sell food.
Yeah, you live close by, or you live?
No, I live on the suburbs, Swains.
Oh, okay, yeah. That's, John used to work out there, right? It's,
Yeah,
I think, what they got, the Breakfast Club,
yeah.
Armory out there. Wow. It's crystal clear. It's so wild how it takes up the whole thing.
Yeah, and you can do a wide angle version too, so you get more pictures.
That is awesome, man. What is that, Samsung?
This Samsung Note 10.
Okay.
It's got a pen in the bottom of it.
Yeah.
Waterproof. I carry pretty much everything. I take it swimming, take it in the water, box, legs.
He's been working so hard. I'm so proud of him. We're going to do he wants the iPhone 11, but he's been busted his butt.
Get that,
Yeah, we've been having some good showings, so he deserves
You
it.
should get the Kylo Ren phone. It's
That,
Kylo
the Note
Ren
10.
phone. Yeah, the Note 10.
10. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it comes with red headphones, red pen.
Yeah.
All custom. Yeah,
Yeah.
custom Star Wars boot up sounds. It's got Kylo Ren
Yes.
logo pops up.
But it's about, God, how much, it's over a
Yeah,
grand.
it's like $1,600.
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah.
We're splurging on this Disney World thing, so one award at a time, but
The important thing to learn from this is work hard for what you want, and you're going to get out of it what you put into it.
that's one thing I wanted to teach him was, 25 people were there that day, and it's a matter of just the fact that the world's not going to hand you something, you go out and do it. And all them sitting there just, staring up at the sky, and I was just the whole time, this brain was moving, and I was like, I want to create this,
So you guys are gonna stop down Disney World?
Yes.
Nice.
So, it was a woman, everybody's been just so amazing down in Sioux City.
Oh, we got stuff on the ground here.
No, the wind is blowing it.
We had in Sioux City, the woman was so kind. She booked our hotels. We did a couple of them there. Just like I said, they're normally not the average price we pay for a night at the hotel, but we just want to celebrate. That'll kind of be. I have maybe 4 stops on the way back, but once I hit Miami with 2 stops, more or less, I'm kind of done. We got to get back to school at some point. So
I
I
know
think
school's ready to get back to that.
Yeah.
My son's in the same boat, and I think they're gonna be studying about it.
I had a few cons hit me up for the fall. Just small, mid-level ones, and I'm sure it doesn't have to go through all the hoops in terms of the liability. But yeah, there's one in Michigan, and then there's one in Tennessee. So I hit that up, but I just really, it just started. With this Marvel comic, I just wish he'd give me a hard issue date, because I really want, once season 2 starts, I want to be able to plug that. Otherwise, I just want to
You're gonna be in the Marvel comic?
Yeah, Star Wars Bounty Hunter, Ethan Sachs.
Okay.
He actually tweeted Roe the other day, too. He's really helped out. He loves getting and I don't think there's going to be too much red tape for getting him in there, but he just said he established a lot of the comic before issue number 10. He did a lot before for last year, but he's going to, after issue number 10, he wants to get me in there. So.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah, and so what I want to do is I'm going to order 1,500 copies.
Oh, and you can sell on your website.
Well, that, but also you can request a variant.
Oh, really?
You can request a variant, and they'll make the design for you and print them up if you do over X amount of copies.
Okay, I'll take both.
Thank you, Dan. Appreciate you so much. Thank you.
Yeah, if you run into any questions with regard to Disney and all that's something.
Thank you very much. Yeah, we're just going to do Epcot and then more Wide World Sports because we already have Disney World back. We got Disneyland and we also have Universal. And thankfully we got Galaxy's Edge, which was so much fun.
They got a really good food festival on that guy.
Oh.
So there's all kinds of
Yeah.
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 And the thing is, I got all these little lessons.
We're staying at
Yeah. OGs?
Oh, you're welcome.
Yeah, there's a lot of celebration. No, I don't know.
Hello, everybody. It's muy caliente.
One thing, you ever seen the movie John Carpenter's movie? I did, but it was a long. Okay. Because the thing is,
Thank you guys for sticking in the chat, whoever's stuck in the chat. I know sometimes we get distracted by shiny things, and there's a lot of Mandalorians and Darth Vaders here, and they're really shiny.
And there's dancing.
And there's dancing. Yes, there is dancing. I'll post that later, that video later, but there was dancing. Yeah.
Well, how much are these?
Just that 25 is fine.
So I got Todd here, Mr. T to the I to the quadruple Z.
Z quadruple Z, yeah.
Excellent.
Like one Z, two Z's, it's not enough.
Not enough, man.
I got four Z's.
I know. You know, when my last name is Gazga,
yeah.
and I feel so inadequate, I'm going to change it to G-A.
Gazga.
So that's going to work. But how you doing, bud?
Good, man.
Thanks for being here.
It's not cold.
No, it's not cold, and hopefully no garbage guy's going to go by.
Yeah.
You know, like,
That guy was the best.
He was the best. We got to find out who that was. Heather, thank you very much for keeping the fort up with Rob here
yes, please.
a little earlier. And we are sitting here in the patio once again of Alley Cat Comics.
Yes.
And it was raining earlier, but
It's a torrential downpour, but now we're good. We're good.
Dominic is over there doing his thing, signing some autographs.
I just didn't have a dog that shedded like a Shetland pony.
What'd you think of that tattoo?
It's pretty nice. Yeah. Very nice. Yeah.
Literally, this shirt stayed in the bag until just before I put it on.
There's Celine. Hey, Celine.
Heather already shamed me. He's like, you got to step up your game.
Who's selling these shirts? Yeah, he was.
Yes, yeah. So just so you know, those Dominic Pace Bounty Hunter Gecko T-shirts, all proceeds, whoever bought one of those, all proceeds are going to the Chicago Food Depository, and charity that helps out a lot of people, especially now with our COVID situation.
Yeah, everything going on.
People losing their jobs or getting furloughed, they help out a lot of families in need. So thank you very much. Whoever had purchased those Gecko tour shirts, say that 10 times. So, Todd, let me know what's going on here today. What do you?
We're at the Scarif Con 2020. Yeah.
I heard about that.
I've heard about that. Yeah. That's a lot different than our first Scarif Con.
It is. Yeah. It is. You know, we got to flex. We got to change things up a little bit. And thank you guys for coming by. And we got some video earlier of Vader. Who is Vader? Tell me, who's behind the mask?
I can't.
That is true. Why did I ask?
You know it's Anakin Skywalker.
It is Anakin Skywalker. We got a couple of Mandos out there as well, walking the streets of Chicago.
Yeah.
Helping out, making sure that the streets of Chicago are safe. Now that would be awesome. I would see Disney Plus. I would see a series on that. Mandos patrolling Chicago.
I think the mayor would want some Mandos.
Yeah. Trevor Beast, thank you very much. Yeah, somebody else said that they liked my hat. I think I got it on Amazon.
Oh.
You can get everything on Amazon, can't you?
Yes, that's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
But yeah.
Even if you did it, just say Amazon.
Amazon, yeah.
ScarifCon,
where? Amazon.
Where's ScarifCon?
I wish we were sponsored. I wish we were sponsored by Amazon.
Well, I don't know.
But I will say thank you very much to our patrons. The Scarif Scuttle Buddies have allowed ScarifCon to happen this year with the help of the support.
Yeah, that's awesome.
We were able to accommodate Dominic as he drove in from Iowa. And I hope that everybody has been seeing all the great things that Dominic has been.
Where's the mayor today?
What was that?
Where's the mayor today?
Exactly.
No, that's super awesome. We're so grateful for Dominic and coming out. It's been good.
It's been really good. And nice breeze coming by.
Right. Yeah.
What's up, Rob? What is Rob doing?
The wind is
the
of our stuff.
The Chicago Windy City,
It's living up to its name.
That's right. Yeah.
But
it's all about product placements.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, it's been placed all over the ground.
Right. Yeah. Right. Yeah. Exactly.
You have more than that for sale? In Florida, I haven't, but if you place an order online.
But
so what's going on with you? What's going on with Scarif Scuttlebutt?
Scarif Scuttlebutt, we're just having fun talking Star Wars. We just finished a couple of episodes. We dropped some things, but one of the things that I love doing with the podcast, I will speak for Brad and Alex and myself. Alex of the Salty Nerd podcast fame.
Because one podcast is not
podcast is not enough. He does that, and then he'll help us out. Yeah. I mean, you should know.
I know, I have two.
You got two podcasts, but it's been an amazing first year because we
got to meet each other. That's amazing enough.
Yeah, same city. I'm like, hey, wait a minute.
We're 6 feet away from Dominic Pace.
We are 6 feet. But the collaboration between fans, the collaboration between podcasters has been fantastic.
Yes, I would totally agree too. It's a cheesy line, but in The Rise of Skywalker, when all the ships show up, it's like, where did this army come from? And they're just like, it's just people. And I think that's what makes Star Wars so much fun. It's just people.
You can't tell, but I'm getting really emotional under my COVID mask.
Yeah, no, I mean I think that's what is really awesome about Star Wars is that you have that opportunity to do things, and it's just people. Like you make those connections, and you have that commonality, which is that like first step into a much larger world. You see what I did?
Wow,
there?
I see. That was fantastic.
Yeah.
Todd, that was great.
Yeah. So I think that's what makes Star Wars so fun is that everyone has their own opinions on it, and I think with podcasting too is like I feel like you have enough there to really kind of talk about and digest, and everyone has there's a lot of different nooks in Star Wars fandom and any kind of geek fandom. There's so many different nooks, and I think that's really cool. Like some people are just strictly movies, which is fine. Some people are into books. Some people are, into cosplay and all this kind of stuff. So there's all these different little nooks that make it fun.
Absolutely.
And then I like finding out not only how they got into Star Wars, but then like what is that thing that drives you? That kind of keeps that kid going. And I think that's really, really fun.
Fantastic. Yeah, I totally agree. Somebody in the chat said, Frank and Amy said that Chicago seems to be the mecca of Star Wars fandom. And I think we're gonna have to qualify the rest of Red 5 Network to just move to Chicago because this is where it's at. You know what? Get those other guys too from Beyond the Blast Doors Network. Everybody come to Chicago. The more the merrier. That would be awesome.
Yeah, I think it's wherever your heart is, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So, but I mean, I'm glad we're in Chicago. Glad to represent. Absolutely, really enjoy meeting more people. That's the cool thing about the Bird app. You can find different people on there, which is a lot of fun too.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
A lot of happy things happening over there by Dominic's table.
It's Katina time, man.
That's awesome. But and hopefully you guys have been following Dominic's trips. Dominic, you just came back from Iowa?
Yeah, Sioux City and Fort Dodge.
Oh, Sioux City and Fort Dodge. And
he played on the Field of Dreams.
Field of Dreams, yeah.
There's Darth Vader.
How hard you get in, I know how to get out.
But yeah, it's been a fantastic look into his life. Just being on the show, having him on multiple podcasts, talking about not only the fact that he's in a Star Wars, but the fact that he's a fan as well.
I think that's a sweet spot. Like we all dream, I wish we were on set of some kind of Star Wars, but he gets to live both worlds. And obviously with COVID and everything, kind of changed some plans, but he's doing the best he can, and I really appreciate him coming out.
Yeah.
It's been a lot of fun. So
it really has. Let's see who's in the chat. We got my buddy Caesar. What's up, Caesar? And Caesar and I used to work together. He worked at Telemundo, Chicago, here in Chicago.
Did we meet him at C2E2?
We met him at C2E2, him and his family. That was fantastic. Thanks.
When I was your stormtrooper
reporter.
Yeah.
Yes, that was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
You're not gonna give me flack for that video again, are you? Because I'm recording more video for you to give me flack on next year. I promise I'll get to it.
I think you said one time it will be in the 10-year anniversary
of
recap.
Scarif.
Yeah.
Yes.
So after 10 years, you'll put it all together.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome.
No.
Yeah. Let's see what else is going on. I mean, it's busy over there.
That's awesome, man. That is so awesome.
Yeah. No. It's what do you got planned up? Oh, that's right. You don't plan. You just do things.
I just do. Whatever works.
Yeah.
Welcome to the world.
There you go. Dominic is taking some fan pictures over there.
Yeah.
Here comes Rob with his little camera with what is that? A mohawk? There you go. What's up, everybody? How you doing?
What is that, Rob? Is it a mohawk or is it? Oh, it's
I don't know what that is.
Canon.
Oh.
GX7 Mark II.
Sure. Oh, it's a G7.
Oh, okay.
Very nice. Very nice. So, let's read some comments from some people in the chat. What is everybody saying? Charlie Skywalker says, great idea. We can all move to Chicago. We can all crash at Rose until everything is sorted.
Yeah, right. Just a refugee house?
That's hilarious. Oh, no, the Red 5 Network.
Oh, the media center.
Yeah. There's a couch there.
Yeah, it expands, right? You can reserve your spot for the couch at the Red 5. Yeah, right.
Get some ramen noodles.
Yeah.
For everybody.
Yeah, we can
ramen
do it.
for everybody.
We can do it, for sure. Awesome.
I appreciate you taking care of that. Oh, of course.
Let's see. Yeah, hey, Ro. Charlie says we can all stay at your house. Yeah. I'm sure the wife won't mind. Not at all. So, again, belated birthday to Cam Ray. His birthday yesterday, was it?
Yeah.
Happy birthday to you.
Oh, no, don't
No
sing.
singing?
Don't sing.
Okay.
Let's not do that.
Let's let's get what's his name again? Dan. Let's get him on here.
Well, he's
he's exchanging nerd information. I think Dominic, did you just sign his leg?
Yes.
He did.
He's gonna get that. He's gonna get that.
Oh, nice. Very nice. Very nice.
Unbelievable. I'm so grateful.
Yeah. So
never in a million years would you say, "Hey, one day."
Can you sign my leg?
No, somebody's gonna tattoo my face.
I say that all the time.
Yeah.
I'm still waiting for Heather to tattoo my face on her bicep.
Oh, right.
There.
What about Rob?
Rob, there you go. Yeah.
Right.
But
we'll all get matching tattoos of each other's faces.
That would be
No.
weird.
That would be yeah. No, we need jobs. It's okay. Yeah.
So Dominic just signed a fan's leg. He's got a really awesome tattoo of Gecko on his leg.
Yeah. That's very cool.
Yeah. You got some ink too.
I got a little ink. Yeah.
That is awesome.
Yeah. No. 10 years of pain, but it's all good. It's all good. No, I think one of the things especially is like I just like when I committed to doing that,
This
like
is my achievement, not yours.
Little critic. I wear Star Wars on my sleeve all the time.
Sure, literally.
I'm on brand all the time. So.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it's definitely a commitment, but I definitely appreciate that.
What was your first tattoo?
First tattoo is actually a Roman cross that kind of has a little arborvitae in it because I didn't know if I was going to get a Star Wars tattoo, so I put my initials in the cross. So kind of a little faith thing for me. Romans 12:12. Be joyful in hope, patient in affliction, faithful in prayer. It's kind of my like life verse, and so that was my first tattoo. And then it's like, you know what, I could do this, and so I got a lightsaber.
Yeah, every
And then
week,
it was
update your travels on the site.
it was downhill from there, man. It's kind of like getting that first Star Wars T-shirt, and then you're just like, you know what? I need a couple more in black, maybe dark gray. I don't know. And then it just kind of snowballs. But yeah,
We have a message from Heather. She's taking some orders, but
Anybody in the chat need anything?
Yeah. Anybody in the chat need anything from Starbucks?
You know what? They have that.
Order, please. This is live podcasting.
Live podcast. That's fine.
That's fine.
That's why I said live.
It's not live,
We're
Cam.
trying to be in the download, but nobody cares.
Yeah, right.
Dan, don't go anywhere. We're gonna give you a little Q&A about your tattoo.
But
Yeah. Let me step out so Dan can get a new order.
there is an iced tea that's like some sort of black raspberry or something like that.
But I went out to find a guy.
Lots of money.
It's about this big.
So some sort of black raspberry
Yeah, iced tea.
I'll figure it out.
Awesome. If not, whatever's comparable.
All right, we're gonna talk to Dan, who showed up a couple of minutes ago and had his leg signed by Mr. Dominic Pace, which is awesome. How's it going, brother?
It's going great, sir. Glad to be here. Glad to finally
Awesome.
meet you. I've seen you on Twitter so much and finally get to meet you. It's
Excellent.
Great.
Yeah,
Big fan of yours.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Let me, I want to be able to face you, but nice shirt.
Oh, thank you so much. Yeah, I love this shirt. When it's on, I've got to get it. Promote the cause.
Excellent, excellent. Thank you, appreciate that. And like I said, anybody that purchased the shirt the last couple of weeks, proceeds are going to the Chicago Food Depository because they help a lot of families in need with food banks and stuff like that. So awesome. Thank you very much. But so tell me a little bit about the gecko tattoo.
Well, I got to meet Dominic Pace, over online and stuff like that. I was meeting him online and things like that. And we got to talk, got to becoming friends. And since I wanted to get a Mandalorian leg, since he was the Mandalorian, why not get it? And then I asked him if I get the tattoo. You signed it. Absolutely. So I said, heck yeah. I talked to my guys at my shop, and they said, yeah, they'd love to do it. And cranked that out in 2 sessions, and then came over here and got it signed. All these Star Wars tattoos that I have, I've gotten in the last 4 years.
Oh, wow.
I had no tattoos before that at all.
So what prompted you to get your first tattoo?
Well, the thing was, my father was 99 years old, and he was not doing well. And he'd always been like one that, you need your car fixed, you go to him. You need your house fixed, you go to him. And whatever you needed, he was always such a strong guy, independent, doing so much work. And to see him like deteriorate like that, it was just really affecting me mentally and stuff like that. I was really in a bad place. And so my one friend said, tattoos are pain therapy. It's good to try. But when I went to get my first tattoo, somebody said to me, don't do it, because once you get one, you're going to want more. And the thing was, the guys in the shop helped me get through it, all the way up through my dad's death and beyond. And they became, instead of just friends, they're more extended family.
Sure.
And so a lot of times I just go in, not just to get a tattoo, but just to hang with them for a couple of hours and stuff like that. So, and Star Wars is really, both my parents are gone. I have no brothers and sisters, things like that. So Star Wars is really the only family I have left, so I'm just putting it all over my body to be surrounded by family members.
That's awesome. Yeah, no, for sure. Star Wars is family. And I saw your back. You took the shirt off for a little bit, and it's a very personal thing, tattoos are.
Yes. And it's, like getting the back, it wasn't so bad, but it's like getting like where I got gecko, it was like my legs are really twitchy. So the guy knows he only has about an hour and a half, 2 hours to get it all cranked out before he
That's cool. So he's Dominic signed it. You're gonna have the tattoo.
Yeah, tomorrow. I'll go tomorrow morning, first thing, getting him in, get in there.
Oh, that's nice. That's awesome.
Yes.
Where do you go?
It's called Empire Tattoo in Itasca.
Oh, nice. All right.
The full name is Empire. Little Mikey's Empire Tattoo and Piercing Farm. We just call it Empire Tattoo, which I think is kind of appropriate for Star Wars tattoos. So.
Excellent. So yeah, so you having fun then?
I am, man. I'm having a blast. You know, especially with how things have been so much. You know, so much of my life is just going to cons and meeting different people from Star Wars, from horror movies, from all kinds of different franchises, and not being able to really do any of that because of COVID.
Yeah.
It's just really been down this year. You know, I've been down, and just to be able to come out and just do this little thing, just to be able to meet him and hang out with you guys, and just be with like-minded Star Wars fans, it's great.
That's awesome. Well, thank you very much for stopping by and meeting Dominic and hanging out with us.
No problem.
Don't go way too far. We're gonna continue just to kind of hang out. Hey, Jimmy Mack is in town.
Yeah, Jimmy Mack!
Jimmy Mack from Rebel Force Radio and the rest of the crew. What's up, man? How you doing? So yeah, Dominic is having fun. It's awesome.
Awesome. Thank you so much for having me.
Yeah, no problem. We are gonna switch the camera over to Dominic, and we'll be back after these messages. There's no messages. Nobody's sponsoring us.
Yeah, I don't carry those. Yeah, if you want to, yeah, right, yeah. What is the delicious aroma, man? Bro, are we eating next door? Because this aroma is amazing. I said, are we eating next door? Because the aroma is amazing.
All over the place.
Yeah.
This is an ice cream shop.
Oh.
It's an ice cream shop. There's a restaurant down there, and across the street. You can't go wrong in this neighborhood.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. Yeah, it's 3D printed.
I didn't take you up on your helmet, though.
And these are 2D.
Yeah.
I know, we're not harder on that.
I'll take
Sure, yeah, it's just 15 there.
Well, good for you at the ring.
Thank you so much. Yeah, happy to take a picture of you guys too, no charge.
We are, we're the Babu shirts.
Oh!
Our flight chicken.
Oh, very cool. Yeah. I'm Brian, I'm the one that every time. Yeah.
I know we're live.
I appreciate you guys so much, and then our farm, and I just really, I can't tell you how many emails I've been getting from that podcast. I just can't believe it. And like you said, just every time that happens, I just think, you know, Dave and John are tuning in, you know. I'd like to believe they're probably very supportive. Disney usually has a pretty strong hold, you know, tight stronghold on everything, especially this kind of marketing.
Yeah.
And I just like to believe that everybody, you know, on. And also previously, it's just the spirit of, you know,
The Mandos and Vader on the way in.
and for the character and for the show.
Yeah, that was cool. Mandos and Vader.
Yeah, we get to have any politics and so forth, but I've been really.
You got a whole studio.
Except for saying Han Solo is a character, because men are.
And I'm a tech guy, but I never have the same setup twice. Because I love just messing with certain things and whatever.
We're live. We are live. Hey. Awesome.
Rob, turn around. Last year we were here, it was freaking freezing. We were live. This guy. Yeah, it's the same. I think it's the same guy. Rolls a garbage out while doing our thing. And
Yeah.
So it just turned into an intro. All right, everybody in the chat, we are live again. We are sitting here at Alley Cat Comics in Chicago with a special visitor. Special visitor here to this con, came to say hello with his crew to Dominic Pace. What's up, guys? Jimmy Mack from Rebel Force Radio. What's up?
Hey. Oh, it's just so good to be here for some Mandalorian fun. I've been binge watching The Mandalorian lately, and I've seen it all the way through 2.5 times in the last week. So I just can't get enough of it. Of course, Dominic was great as Gecko.
Sure.
And we got all kind of stuff here at the table. You got the pucks, you got the chits, you got the chain codes, you got the Wscr, you got everything you want.
You got a favorite?
Well, the Wscr is great.
Yeah.
I loved when Grief Cargill pulled it out. He's like, even I'm rich. Yeah. Wscr is cool. And
I like the coins.
those challenge coins are great. Yeah, those look awesome. So yeah, I'm probably gonna throw down a few bucks at the table there.
Yeah. What do you think of that bust of Gecko here?
That's pretty cool.
I was telling him we didn't. Little did we know that Gecko was COVID before COVID was a thing.
Yeah, he's wearing a mask.
Wearing the mask.
Very responsible.
Yeah,
as we are.
Yes, sir.
Right now.
But it's been fantastic. I was listening to your last episode. You guys were talking about the Bad Batch.
Oh yeah.
And I kind of agreed with some of the things you guys were saying, but obviously people were talking about how it was a little bit of a surprise that they announced the Bad Batch.
There was, yeah.
Just like you, I thought they were talking about the action figures, Black Series action figures. But what do you guys? Obviously you guys talk about that stuff amongst yourselves and on the show, but what would be like a really cool show to take Star Wars into a new direction?
Oh, like as far as animation goes?
As far as animation, yeah.
Well, I want to see what happened after Return of the Jedi.
Sure.
I want to see what happened with Luke and Han and Leia. I'm left a little dissatisfied seeing the continuation of their characters, as it were, in the sequel trilogy, because Han was a deadbeat dad, Luke was a bummed guy who cut himself off from the Force, and Leia just was doing the same she was doing 30 years ago. So I would have liked to have seen maybe a better evolution of their characters, and I think those stories could be told if you picked up post Return of the Jedi storytelling with an animated series.
And I think that would be a great way to do it. Obviously, the actors are up there in age, and some are gone, and animation, I think it would be a really great way to do it.
Yeah. Oh, wow. Imagine getting Harrison Ford to voice Han Solo in an animated series. I bet he would do it.
You think so?
Yeah. Especially if you back up the correct amount of Brinks trucks to each driveway.
Exactly.
But it would be worth it, I think. And I think Harrison would enjoy it too.
I think so too. I mean, we can get the whole bunch back in there. Heather is distributing drinks.
Oh, Darth Vader's here. And Matt, the radar technician. Hi.
What's up? Yeah. That's
cool.
a Rebel.
And there's a Mandalorian trooper there. That's really, and his chest plate has
yes,
LED light effects.
That's awesome.
That is cool. So this is a real Star Wars party. And we had no Star Wars celebration this year.
This is our own little Star Wars celebration in lieu of Scarif Con.
There's another Mandalorian there. She looks like she's sort of a medieval Mandalorian.
That is true.
That's cool. Oh, and there's another one.
Oh my God.
Spilling in left and right, all these Mandalorians.
I was just talking to Todd. Would you watch an animated series or even a live-action series where Mandalorians patrolling the streets of Chicago for justice? What do you think about that?
I don't think so. I prefer my adventure happened a long time ago in a galaxy far, far away from the state of Illinois. But yeah. Oh, look! Now there's Cubs. There's Chicago Cubs fans. And spoiler alert, that's Chris Mott. And then we have Chicago Bulls fat. We have Chicago Blackhawks fat. And my favorite, there is Chicago White Sox fat. Carlton fat. We call him.
I'm going to turn the camera around.
You have to see these guys. A visit from the National full Chicago sports vandal regalia with Darth Vader, too. Darth Vader, north side or south side? Which way do you listen?
Oh, no.
North side. Was pointing down meaning south or pointing down meaning right here? I don't want to find out. He must be no, thank you. So I mean, but that's an amazing sight right there. And that's a rare appearance by the Bulls fans. You don't see him out in the wild so often.
That's true.
Yeah.
Away so far from the United Center.
But, you know, we had the Last Dance, and so now we have
Dan.
the Fed representation. Yeah, I need to take a picture of this.
Awesome. Yeah.
Oh, there's my phone. Let's get a shot of this guy. Looks like they're talking about something. Another photo op for the ever popular Mando mashups. Very exciting. Yeah, you're on the north side.
I think I recognize the back of that guy's head. What's up?
There's Dominic right there. Signing some autographs. I'm narrating my own.
Oh, yeah, that's fine.
You need narration. So, yeah, that's okay.
That's fantastic. It's quite a turnout. It was a torrential rain earlier, but that has gone away. We've got some fans hanging out here at Alley Cat Comics in Andersonville. Dominic Pace will be here taking some photos,
So,
showing off some wares.
what do you want to see in season 2 of The Mandalorian?
I want to see, I like my Star Wars gritty.
Yeah.
I like the Rogue One aspect of Star Wars. I like the underground, underworld, criminal, Mandalorian, down and dirty salt of the earth type stories. And that's what I want to see in season 2.
Well, specifically, we were left with the threat of Moff Gideon surviving his crash landing, revealing that he has the Darksaber.
Sorry.
So I anticipate seeing him wielding that in some duel.
So let me ask you this: do you think he is? Because I've heard rumors. Do you think he is Force sensitive?
Wow. See, I wouldn't know. Just from what we've been presented so far, you don't have to be Force sensitive to wield the Darksaber, although it was a Mandalorian Jedi who first forged that weapon.
That is correct.
And it's been passed around over the years. And, I anticipate seeing him in battle with the Darksaber and searching for the Mandalorian for revenge. Of course, Baby Yoda is still out there and everyone wants that little guy.
Sure.
So that part of the storyline has not been resolved. And I predict that season 2 will end with the Mandalorian passing Baby Yoda off to Ahsoka.
That is, I had my suspicions as well. I thought Ahsoka won't be seen until the very last part of the last episode, and leaving it, as a cliffhanger that will leave the rest of us fans just biting our nails to try to figure out what happened.
Well, just the whole idea of having to return Baby Yoda back to his old form is sort of how they set it up.
Sure.
The mystery of Baby Yoda's age, too. He's 50 years old, but he's still an infant. And we know Yoda was 900 years old.
Correct.
So, I just read this thing about how puppies age, and they age very rapidly in their first 5 years and then very slowly the rest of their lives.
I did not know that.
This is actual research that has just been released. And why is he lifting your shirt?
Oh,
Dan, why are you lifting your shirt?
Dan is lifting the shirt.
I'm gonna have to get a picture. You got a new tattoo?
Oh, look at that! Look at that!
Oh my God! His go back is Star Wars: A New Hope. That's amazing.
That is amazing.
I have to take some pictures of that. Look at it. It's covered in steam. But
Tattoos, Jimmy?
I had just put the Wolfpack tattoo on my shirt.
Oh, there you go.
Had that done in Star Wars Celebration 6. I go. Actually made that design. And I told him I wanted to get the tattoo of it designed with me. So we had to go through because and it had to be released publicly. They couldn't just release it to me as an individual entity. They had to release it for everyone.
Wow.
And so, which is fine.
I mean, I was just happy to get access to the design. It wasn't really readily available at that time. Now you can find it's featured online. Only, it was flag that only presented myself and Jason with at Star Wars Celebration 2010, where he made us members of the Wolfpack, which is his personal circle of Star Wars fans and friends. So me and Swank were the initial inductees in this group. And Steve Sansweet, and then Bonnie Burton, and then that's been it. I think the kibosh was put on it for some reason. We had 15 plaques made, so there's still 11. But maybe he's giving them away in more private ceremonies. I don't know. But that's how that happened. So that's how that tattoo happened. It's the only ink I have, but I'm considering adding to it or maybe getting some more.
I need an Imperial cock somewhere.
Yeah.
The Empire is close to my heart for whatever reason.
Those are good designs.
Talk to my therapist about that one, but
so let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
Okay. You and me met on the Tony Masano and Friends show.
Yes, sir.
Which is a show that they reported out of the Museum of Broadcast History, and so Tony's brought us in a couple of times for Star Wars.
Yeah, Star Wars. Why haven't we done one this year? Did we do one this year?
Yeah, we did.
March.
Was it? Yeah, it was St. Patrick's Day, but that was last year. So yeah, it's been a while. I don't think many people are going to the museum these days anymore. I don't know. But so you were not a podcaster.
I was. So I started Scarif with a buddy of mine, Brad, right at the heels of Star Wars Celebration last year. So we've really only been at it for about a year.
Okay.
Yeah. I think the very first time I was thinking about it, I was talking about it. Star Wars Celebration came. We did the whole marketing thing internally. I went to over. And then we put the first podcast together after Celebration Chicago. So, yeah.
So how's it been going for you?
It's been going fantastic. We are having fun. We're making friends all over the place. Other Chicago podcasts, like the folks over at WSTR, the 501st. Heather, who just dropped this drink off. Mr. Jedi Temple Podcast, Rob from Michigan.
That's my favorite collector's website, the Jedi Temple Archive.
You know, the funny thing is I always get confused with them because we're JTA podcast and they're JT Archive. So
are you guys not affiliated?
Not affiliated. Not affiliated.
Well, you know, I like you both.
There you go. I can be your favorite rip-off podcast.
Sure, man. Sure.
But it's been fantastic. You know, hooking up with other Chicago podcasts like we did last year here at this location and making friends. I created a network of podcasts called Red 5 Network, which, you know, the website has a lot of really awesome people and we're just having fun.
Yeah, well, that's what it's all about. I mean, that is what it's all about, is just having fun. And
ask him if he wants to get his stuff here.
Who's that? Oh, the radar type? That's really Kylo Ren. Spoiler alert. But
who else did you come with?
Okay, I'm here with my guys, the Babu Freaks.
Hey!
Yeah, so we got Tyler Page, Barry Harmon, Brian Klein, and I'm also here with the Mando Mashups, Sean and Chris and Alfie and who's your buddy? Who's the other guy? Mike. And so they're representing Chicago sports and the Mandalorian. It's not a race, it's a creed. It's a creed. You know, that was a statement they made in that final episode of The Mandalorian. Because it's been debated. It's been debated what makes the Mandalorian, who is a Mandalorian. Does that person have to be from Mandalore?
Right.
And
that opens up a whole can of worms with Boba Fett.
It does, yes.
And
Jango Fett specifically.
Sure.
because in season 3 of the Clone Wars, Mandalorian Prime Minister Almec stated that Jango Fett was just a simple bounty hunter, and how he got that armor was beyond that. So it seemed like something was kind of regulated by the Mandalorians. And then they rounded up all their warriors and exiled them to the moon. I think it's called Concord Dawn. And so I think that like they really wanted to take account for every set of armor that was out there as they tried to promote pacifism in their system. But now we're hearing that it kind of takes it all back then, because it seemed like in the old Dark Horse Comics days and the old expanded universe novels, Mandalorian was more of a group as opposed to an individual race. But I don't know. I didn't read much of that Karen Travis stuff. Did you read it, Tyler? No? I bet Brian did. So how are the Mandalorians portrayed in that? I know they have their own language. They seem kind of like Klingons to me almost, in their devotion to war and having their own language that fans then can learn. You know, that's very...
It was almost more like the way that they were portrayed in Death Watch on the...
Oh, in the books, it's more like Death Watch is. All right, that's interesting. But what I'm wondering, though, is in those Karen Travis novels, were Mandalorians all from the planet Mandalore or the system, or were they just all different kinds of species?
The true ones where you could bring in other species.
Oh, I see. So was there a distinction between like the true Mandalorian and then the recruits?
Not with the masks on.
Not with the masks on. But with masks off, it's...
But they didn't do. I mean, they didn't really explain it much, but it seemed like a lot of. I could see where the whole travesty happened when, quote unquote, when they went in Cold Wars and pretty much.
Well, nobody can hear you. You have no microphones, and I forgot everything you just said. I was only half listening anyway. But still, you did answer my question. You did answer my question, so thank you. You said we'll have to get him on mic to get the whole history.
Yeah, you seem to be an encyclopedia of Star Wars, Jimmy. And
I try, but I admit I don't know everything, and I haven't actually memorized everything. Barry Harmon said something funny to me the other day. He said, "Well, yeah, we were listening to you on that roundtable. It's like, you almost had no idea Saj Ventress died in the novel Dark Disciple." And I'm like, oh, no. And I'm like in the back of my head going, she did? yeah, sometimes like things like that, to me, it's not really an official part of the actual canon unless it happens on screen.
So you're on screen is the only thing that matters kind of guy?
No, because I've had a lot of experience reading the novels and listening to audiobooks, and I read all the comics still, except Dr. Afra. Sorry, Barry. Barry's like, you should read it. I have boxes filled with Dr. Afra. He's shaking his head, no, give me the cut sign.
I'm sure Alley Cat can give you a deal on a couple of Afras there. So.
Well, I have the Marvel Unlimited app, so I do, I want to have a complete understanding of the whole mythology, so eventually I'll get around to
That's the thing about the Star Wars universe. I think it's so vast. George Lucas created such a vast universe that you just can't contain it. It's got multimedia type of aspirations.
Right.
So, from the books to the comics, radio dramas. It's great.
I think the comics do a more accurate job telling the stories than the novels, just because I think the medium fits Star Wars more naturally.
Sure.
Than a long rambling novel. Well, just having that visual aspect and the faster pacing of a comic book and everything like that is something that I think would appeal more to the George Lucas sensibilities when it comes to Star Wars storytelling, as opposed to long novels that draw things out like they're soap operas, which occasionally is a pitfall for some of these novels, or
having characters that lack purpose, having storylines that really lack resolution. Those are the problems I deal with in the novels nowadays.
I do enjoy the amount of detail that goes into some scenarios in the novels. But I get your point.
No, yeah, I mean, I don't mean to strip away anybody's enjoyment of reading that stuff, but I've had more trouble committing myself to the newer EU as opposed to the older EU, which I felt had a more cohesive story running. So, and I think those things will come back. I think they're trying to bring it back with this High Republic series.
Are you looking forward to that?
Not necessarily. I mean, I will read it, sure, but I'm not like, checking off the days on the calendar until High Republic gets released. But I'm curious to see where it goes. I've liked those flashbacks to earlier times, via KOTOR, via Tales of the Jedi, guys like Zane Carrick and Eula Keldroma, Exarch Kun, Nomi Sunrider. Are any of these names ringing any bells?
Not at all.
I'm going back to the 90s with some comic references here. But they were stories told about 4,000 years prior to the events of The New Hope. And you had Jedi Knights who they were really awesome. I really enjoyed those characters.
So a while ago, the Scarif podcast did a crossover episode with WSTR. Actually, sorry, wrong podcast. Hyperspace and Holo Chronicles podcast. Get my podcasts straight. We were talking collectibles, and I know you're a big Star Wars collectible guy. What are some of your favorite items that you own?
Oh, wow. Those are interesting questions. I'm just happy to have a lot of the action figures I grew up with. Just the fact that they survived.
Did you have them because you had them, or did you have to go out and buy them again?
No, they are the same ones that I started purchasing in 1978. And I was just happy that those survived. And when I started learning more about Star Wars collecting in the early 90s, and hearing guys like the great Steve Sansweet refer to Star Wars as the field of Star Wars collecting.
Nice.
I was like, ooh, it's a field now.
Awesome.
I better organize my act and go home and start bringing the vinyl cases and the AT-ATs back to my apartment, which I was sharing with my then fiance, my very understanding fiance. And so she allowed me to get my Star Wars freak on. And but I don't think she realized at first how big it would all eventually become.
Exactly.
But my mom, she made it a priority to preserve our Star Wars collection. Me and my brother's almost 3 years younger than me, and we shared Star Wars growing up. And we're really just crazy about those Kenner toys, man, from day one.
Oh, yeah.
And my mom knew that, and so she bent over backwards to preserve that stuff and make sure it would be there for me when I had my own kids and I could share it with them. Little did she know, I didn't go back to get the collection for my kids. I went back to get it for myself.
Exactly.
And I'm really happy that she had the foresight to save that stuff for me. And then, so around the mid '90s, Hasbro started putting the 3 3/4 inch figures out again. And they were like crack cocaine for me. Still to even this day, I very much like collecting 3 3/4 inch, and that's my focus, and a bunch of other stuff.
So Andy from the podcast that was on Holo Chronicles asked me if there was ever a disaster at home, a fire or whatever, is there one piece that you would run to and grab before anything else?
Yeah, it would be the original 12 Kenner figures on the plastic stand, just like how they were in my bedroom as a kid. So, yeah, that would be the one thing I would grab. Yeah.
I've got.
There's a stuffed wampa I'm very fond of as well. I probably have to grab that too.
Larry the Wampa. But I've got an AT-AT that I lost a client over.
Yeah.
I talked about it in the show. I found it on, I think, Craigslist or something. They were local. And I went to go get it, but I realized that I totally forgot that I scheduled this client to come in for a voiceover.
Yeah.
And I blew it off to go get this AT-AT. So that's one. And I've got that the small Rydell Darth Vader head.
Yeah.
The two-piece.
Yeah.
Signed 2-row.
Yeah.
It says David Prowse is Darth Vader.
Great. That's
And I
good.
waited in line. That's when he used to do conventions.
Right.
That's what I would grab in case of fire. So.
That's a good one. I have the Luke X-Wing Rydell helmet.
Oh, yeah.
And that is signed by somebody, but not Mark Hamill. And maybe Peter Mayhew signed it. And I think Peter and Jeremy Bullock signed it.
Oh, that's great.
They were guests on my wife's radio show back in the 90s when she was on Q101. And so she brought that home for me.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So she was interviewing Star Wars characters and whatnot before I was, which is kind of interesting. First time I ever interviewed someone from Star Wars was Star Wars Celebration 2 in 2002, and that was in Indianapolis.
I was there.
And I'm trying to remember who my first victim actually was. I can't really recall. It may have been Jeremy Bullock or David Prowse. I talked to all those guys. We had snuck into the autograph area before the doors opened, my brother and myself, and we claimed we had permission to be back there interviewing. And we one person confronted us, and she said, "Well, you have to go get permission from so-and-so." So I said, "Oh, okay." So I walked around the corner, stood there for about 30 seconds, and I walked around and said, "So-and-so said it was fine." And so we just stayed there.
What you got to do.
And Richard Parmentier, sorry, let me say the man's name correctly, Richard Parmentier, who played Admiral Mahdi. We saw him this very morning as he was coming in with his donut and coffee, and we approached him and asked him for an interview. And he,
$600 and you get like 12 water.
No. And then we start walking away, and we hear him go, "Are you effing insane?" And we froze in our tracks. Because he didn't say effing, he actually finished off. And so, very slowly, we turned our recording mics on and turned around and said, "Can you repeat that?" And so we still have that little bit of audio from that dude. But he was surly, man. He was surly, which is fitting. I mean, his character Mount was surly. A lot of times when I meet people who have acted in Star Wars films, I note the similarities between them as individuals and their actual characters. And Peter Mayhew, for the longest time, was standoffish about me interviewing him. And I always tried, and he always said no. And, when the Wookiee says no, you turn around and go. Because, that's it. Until he was like that with me until he saw me interviewing Mark Hamill in Japan once. And I walked away from that interview, and somebody came up to me and said, "Oh, Peter wants to talk to you."
Oh, nice.
I'm like, "Really? I've been chasing him around for 10 years. Now he finally wants to talk." But he was a great guy. And I had the opportunity to do about half dozen or so interviews with him, and he was just, what a wonderful guy. Once you got to know him, he was couldn't have been a nicer guy.
Well, Dominic is doing his thing over there on the table by his table, and we got a nice little group here. But Jimmy, thank you very much for hopping on the mic.
Sure, man. Yeah, it's my pleasure.
Appreciate it.
Towards oxygen.
I don't know, maybe.
I
Someday.
know.
Never say never, you know?
I told you I started a network with some podcast friends of mine. We've got some shirts. I want to give you a Los Pollos, Los Red 5 Network.
Oh, wow! That's a great Breaking Bad kind of reference.
Awesome. We are Red 5. We use that hashtag all over the place when we like to tag.
Oh, that's
awesome. Thank you very much.
You did that?
I do everything.
Wow, you're good.
I don't do everything. Please don't take
rip
that.
off
Do you draw a lot of Star Wars stuff?
Yeah.
Like, who's your favorite Star Wars character or ship to draw?
Ship?
Ship? per
Well,
character?
I love TIE fighters. Anything Imperial, I love. Just the clean lines, the deliberate design. I love drawing Empire stuff. Stormtroopers.
Stormtroopers are hard to draw.
They are. And the funny thing about, I love drawing like mechanical things. 'Cause I think in college I did a lot of illustration, like industrial illustration, so ships, weapons, things like that. I'm less, you know, the organic stuff is less favorite. Anything on Endor, I'll pass. But
Teddy
yeah,
bears aren't your thing?
teddy bears are not my thing. Yeah. So once again, Jimmy, thank you very much.
Sure, man.
Well,
Sure.
I don't need to tell folks where to find you, but if you want to tell folks where to find you, give
Sure,
us a shout
yeah.
out.
Rebel Force Radio, we're on iTunes and everywhere you get podcasts. We have a website, rebelforceradio.com. We're on Facebook. We're on Twitter at RFR Rebel Force. And we put out shows every Friday. And they're usually a hoot.
Excellent. They are a hoot. I listen to them all the time. They
Thanks,
are
man.
full of hoot.
Thank you. Thank you. Best of luck with your show and the Red 5 Network and stuff. I like, I just like following you guys on Twitter and picking up on your good Star Wars vibes.
Yeah, that's what the Red 5 Network's all about. Good Star Wars vibes, no drama, just having fun.
Well, sometimes a little drama.
Sometimes a little drama is cool.
Drama's fun.
But yeah, for sure.
But okay, well, thank you so much.
Thank you, Jimmy.
I appreciate it. Thank you, guys.
We're going to turn the camera around and see what Dominic is doing. I think some folks are having some sandwiches. That looks pretty good. Yeah, if you want. Make sure you're okay with the fans there.
Yeah, let me check here. Yeah, absolutely.
We're going to talk to Dominic in a couple of minutes. We're going to take a little break. Thank you guys in the chat. We're still hanging around. But Semper Fi Danny, thank you. It's not too late. We're here. Jimmy, yes, take a sticker, take all that stuff.
Oh, I will. You can't have swag without me snagging it.
Are these free?
Yeah, I'm
Stickers and cards.
take all of it.
Magnets and stickers there if you want.
Magnets and stickers. Get the hell of it.
Stop, how are you?
Awesome.
Appreciate you coming out, man.
Pleasure.
I
Pleasure.
wasn't trying to give you a hard time about that accident. I understand the whole story about what happened.
Oh, yeah, you probably don't.
I've listened through that.
Good, good.
If I do
Glad
the
you
best
like it.
score,
Yeah.
So you want a hut slayer, huh?
Yeah.
The new yeah.
You don't hear too much.
I am the Rebel Base Card podcast.
For sure, man.
Which one's I guess, target frame.
Half by 11, not 8 by 12.
Yes, that one's an 8 by 10. Yes, okay. You know what, I tell you what, the best card is 70 by 10.
See, Dan, you're not the only one who gets the JT Archives and the Jedi Temple Archives podcast mix up.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, no.
Chris, CRIS? Yeah, CRIS. Maybe put stay safe.
Oh, yeah.
And I put the year on there too, if you don't mind.
Yeah, it's a great way to get rid of the evidence.
Oh, yes, please, thank you.
Awesome. Living set comes to notice, like you order two Russian holidays, they're like a huge big thing like this. So what happens is that you pilot this thing and you're like, you know what, when my wife kept down, I make this. It's also a nice way to go, you know, and like somebody goes, hey, so much.
Hey, if you don't mind, and I'm like, ooh, how do I get one? Stay safe.
Oh, perfect. Yeah.
Got to show up and support the event. That's all.
So that's why I don't like going to sporting events, because that makes me an athletic supporter.
Yeah, nobody likes to be on funny. I don't know if you wear the front rim hat, but your sister wants me to take that. Huh? Oh, that's okay. What's up? Our ranger. Stay prepared.
That is that's their podcast here, my podcast.
Oh. You know, I got a quick one. I'm going to tell you.
So gorgeous. You know, like, so basically, I think it's original like this. And then, so my kind of, you know, so I don't have a studio. So I like, I just have a home. I'm on the road to do something like this. It's amazing. And we never quite know. Yeah. Get it to you right away. Thank you. I appreciate it. We're doing our makeshift 2020 convention here. Yeah, oh yeah, yeah. It's one of the bounty hunters there. Gecko.
I will, yeah.
They're doing a cross country tour. Down there.
Yeah, you were watching.
I'm going to drop the show, change all the he can, yeah, I'll reach out to you next week, man. It's Sunday, so yeah, I never touch you tomorrow.
How much are your little cards over here?
Well, that's you guys can take.
Okay.
These are so. I run this podcast, and then we're part of this network, and the 501st guys are part of this network, and my partner is these guys. Feel free to. So these are stickers and cards. So feel free to take them.
All right, so I'm just trying to shove in some posting real quick. Yeah, it's been great. Share that real quick. And if you're looking for something
You know, when you sent me one of these, I didn't
some
know
of
they
those
put it out.
cards, if you wouldn't mind.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I run a small podcast. But I'm not swimming.
I got it.
Yeah, like what's cool about it is like whenever you get like a lot of the 501st and first
Like, is it like all blood related?
It's like, you know, they it's amazing when you found front and back and then like the different designs and things like that.
It was sort of selfish. Like I wanted one, and I.
Just the Chicago sports guys. It's just amazing.
I see them all the time when I cover the Bulls.
Oh, so they'll have like Star Wars, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Do they get on like the Jumbotron sometimes?
You guys want anything? And I was gonna I'll jump on with you, bro, I guess. Yeah.
I know I'm grabbing a pen.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out what's going on.
Yeah, absolutely.
That skirt's hot.
Yeah, I gave a shipment to Row because they were selling out so quickly.
Yeah.
And then my mask went down to Texas.
Yeah.
I have another shipment coming to Florida, but I'm
Yeah, right, yeah.
Not at all. At least I want to post this tattoo there one more time, like on Twitter.
Yeah, that's, you want to think of that, right?
Oh, what a shame.
Scarif 2019, which was last year, so wanted to have a event last year to celebrate Star Wars and just have fun. So we had that here in Comics in Chicago, and last year we had Wscr and Rob from Jedi Temple Archives and some other podcasters came out, and it was such an amazing time. Our hosts were gracious and Valley had. We decided to do it again this year, and just like regular sports, again, celebrating Star Wars, having fun, collaborating among the folks, and this year we brought out Dominic Pace and signing tour all across the country. Chicago was not one of those, but and really great friends of the podcast. We decided to from Iowa to his next stop after Chicago.
Yeah.
They love it. Obviously, you know, Elliot has been a great
That's despite the masks.
It's a really great
Good stuff.
Awesome, man.
Well, I'm glad your trip is going so well. You having a lot of fun?
Yeah.
I can imagine. And so how did you end up in Indiana before you came here? Oh, that's where that field of dream. That's like, was everybody in it? It is in Iowa. Right.
Dyersville. Dyersville, yeah. Well, Indiana, we're going to do some fun pop culture too. They got a Studebaker museum. And they have the original Studebaker that Jim Henson and Frank Oz used for the Muppet movie.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, so it's
cool.
Hollywood iconic.
Yeah, dude.
And they laid, and literally on the beds, it's like pulled out.
Yeah.
They're like, they were laid down.
They were laid down?
So when I looked down, I'm just total freaking nerd out of that.
Dude, that's awesome.
Because the engine's actually in the back of the
Yeah,
car.
so the guy driving in the back.
In the back.
I know, I didn't have.
Oh, I didn't know that was a
That's
thing.
the next level nerd there.
Oh my God, Heather.
Yeah,
you
you
know.
know.
So that, I don't know if that was my first movie. I think they had some kind of movie, I think it was like a Raggedy Ann and Andy. But I think that was my first movie at Radio City Music Hall. And I'll never forget it. I mean, it was a great way to be introduced to Jim Henson, you know.
Yeah.
Although it scared the hell out of me with Mel Brooks there, where he was,
That was kind of intense for little people. Yeah.
a little too dark.
I love it.
Oh yeah, of course.
So many times. I remember being a kid and even seeing it on an airplane. It's just like, oh, they're showing up.
Steve Martin wanting him to sip the
The Steve Martin was my favorite.
Sip the cat.
Yeah. Would you like to? You guys have a great rest of your trip, and I'll be following along. Hey, thank you for everything. Sure, man. Thank you. You send me so much stuff. It's I'm covered.
Okay.
I really appreciate it. Yeah. But it seems like it's a huge success.
Thank you.
Yeah.
You're doing your thing.
Yeah, I'm gonna go for your Yeah.
I really dig those two right there. Kind of like almost like a road warrior.
Yeah, I wanted it like I went through hell.
Like what?
Like I went through hell. Like
It looks like that. All right, take care, guys.
Thank you so much. Thanks for stopping by.
Oh, you bet. Good job, Sam.
Oh, cool.
Take care, Jimmy.
We are available.
I need the magical Scarif system. Yes, this is not for me though, so I don't need a name.
No name, okay.
Awesome.
No names. I'm good.
Yeah.
Thank you guys so much for coming out.
Yeah. They're probably gonna ask for a photo, so just forewarned.
Where do you guys meet? I'm gonna give you $48. Can I get you any sign? Yeah, you know what? Can I just do? Yeah, I was like, I'm gonna do that one. Okay. Yeah, you're gonna see Carl. I always think this one's my favorite because did you do it to my son?
Yeah. Oh my god. Yeah.
Shooters.
That's Dad right there.
Charles is not full. This time that one. I wanted to hear so bad.
Over here. I should
Can I get one more for my daughter? That's E-L-L.
Oh, that's great.
Thanks.
I'm gonna freak out.
Thank you. Thank you. Awesome.
Grab a whole one. Right. While there's nobody here,
Yes.
grab a photo for sure.
Uptown.
Alright, to be okay with social distancing not being a thing. I'm good. Did I miss it? Did you take the photo? Alright.
Can we do one no mask?
Yeah, that's cool. And Ro, you want to maybe hang out like 15 minutes or something? Thanks, man.
Thank
Appreciate
you.
it. Thank you.
All right. Yeah. So we'll hop over there. All right, guys, we're going to do a little interview with Mr. Dominic Pace.
In trouble when you accept your Oscar.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, guys.
Straight on.
I wanted to buy these two before I got married. And I was like, for the wedding.
Come in front, Rob.
Little video, little photo.
Video.
Very smart.
Rob, you want to grab a little video and some photos as well?
I will do that.
Right by the paparazzi section. Hey, everybody in the chat. This is Ro from the Scarif Scuttlebutt podcast here at Alley Cat Comics in Chicago, sitting with Mr. Dominic Pace.
Hello, everyone. Hello, Chicago. Too much fun. Too much fun for 2020. I feel like we're going to get ticketed with this entire tour. It's like, wait a second. This is not supposed to be happy. As an American, you cannot be happy in 2020 if we have the COVID going on. But
Don't jinx it. So, Dominic, how's it been? Chicago treating you well?
unbelievable. Just the aromas already. I mean,
yeah.
No knock to LA, but I mean, you get into Chicago, and I'll tell you, I mean, just all the beauty of the diversity of being from New York, but Chicago has them beat in certain ways, just especially with the food. So we're working up an appetite there tonight. You can just feel the aromas throughout the neighborhood there.
Yeah, it's a nice breeze. So we got food smells coming from all over the place.
Yeah.
I don't even know what time it is. It's who cares? But that's cool. So tell me a little bit about your trip. You just came back from Iowa. What happened over there?
Oh my God! So the mayor came out.
Where's Lightfoot?
So they said they have a surprise for me. So I just figured maybe somebody was going to do the CRL of Gecko there. But the mayor comes out, officially declares July 18th, 2020, Dominic Pace Gecko Day.
Wow.
It just as a thank you for coming, and everyone was so supportive. Kevin McGarry, Fran McGarry of Acme Comics, just all the comic book stores, all throughout this journey with my son, my 11-year-old son Bennett. They've just been so supportive of my bounty hunter, and I just can't tell you how grateful I am. Especially in times that we're in right now, to add a little bit of happiness to everybody, to focus on supporting small business. I personally believe that all businesses are essential right now, every mom and pop. There's a tremendous amount of parallels to being a working actor, to where each and every month you kind of have to find a way. So I have nothing but the utmost respect for a lot of these mom and pops, and my heart goes out to them, depending on all the situations right now with each governor in every state.
It has been tough. I think things are easing up a little bit, but still, people are getting furloughed and fired, and it's been rough.
Yeah, I'm no Bob Hope, but I always felt that the job of Hollywood is to sort of add a little bit of happiness. I'm sure he put himself at a little bit of risk with Vietnam and Korea. So I feel pretty comfortable. We're obviously not scientists, but we're just using precaution, but at the same time, getting out there and just making people happy. And I'm honored to do that.
That is great. And how fantastic it is to have your son join in the adventure. I mean, he's got somebody said that when he gets back to school, you got to write an essay about what did I do during my summer vacation. What is he going to write? He's going to be amazing.
He might have everyone beat. He's really well behind his years. Been so proud of him. He's just had so many different business, just different levels of business input, which I just really respect in terms of how mature he is. 11-year-old. It's been quite an experience. It hasn't been all business, so we've been having a lot of fun. We tried some barbecue in KC. They had this chocolate in Iowa that's absolutely amazing called Twin Binks. It's like these chocolate peanut butter clusters. It's infused with cherries. So we had a good time with that. We did a little miniature golf, some go-karts.
Nice.
Down in Corpus Christi, we visited the USS Lexington. So we get a little bit of a history tour as well. We did Dyersville, Iowa last night, the Field of Dreams field. So it's been a lot of fun, and we have a lot more adventure ahead of us, probably another 6,000 miles, and we're just enjoying every moment. California's shut down right now, so being out here with all the fans and celebrating our love for Star Wars, and I appreciate everyone's support of my bounty hunter. It's just been a dream come true.
That is, yeah, it's great. I mean, I just had Jimmy Mack from Rebel Force Radio. We were talking about how great it is for you being in The Mandalorian, but not only just as an actor being in a Star Wars, but as a fan. Yeah. You see, you know, we just had a whole bunch of Mandalorians, just kind of Mando mercs leave. I think they're outside out front. What does it do to you when you see, you know, people in cosplay and just people come up to you and just, you know, say hello and look at the stuff that you brought, but really just out meeting you? I mean, what kind of feedback are you getting?
I think it's just ultimately a reminder of just how lucky I personally was to be a part of it. And by doing so, by being a part of it, just to be able to try to give back as much as I can as sort of a thank you, not only to John and Dave, but also an appreciation for all the Star Wars fans throughout the world who take so much pride in their armor, in representing the brand, in giving back to their local communities, and just being a part of that, of being a very small ambassador. It just inspires me each and every day. But again, you know, you're talking about less than 1 minute screen time, and just to see the passion of the Star Wars fan base. I don't even call it, you know, an acting accolade. It was a fan experience. But to be able to represent that, especially a one-of-a-kind bounty hunter, and to have that support just kind of go back and forth with a lot of the 500 first members, the Rebel Legion, Mandalorian Mercs, the Sith Dynasty, just the list goes on and on of all these groups that love Star Wars and also try to do a bit of good within their community. We just helped out the Peter Mayhew Foundation yesterday, Make-A-Wish Foundation last week in Tulsa. So it's just been just a joyous experience to give back and to love through our love of Star Wars.
That's what it's all about. Yeah. That's what it's all about. You know, we obviously we don't do this for fortune and glory, as they say in that other franchise.
Yeah, right, yeah.
But we're just having fun. So speaking of fun, I know our buddy over at let me see here. Hold on a second. I got it. So you're familiar with our set called Sentry Mode?
You gotta remind me. I haven't shown a few months.
Our Beast has created a list of questions, and I think we're going to have to get some help from the audience. But this is curated from Trevor Beast 454 on Twitter. He might still be in the chat, but curator over at the Star Wars page on Sporkle.com. He handles all the quizzes. But he created a special Bounty Hunter Edition Sentry Mode Q&A. And you definitely will get Lifeline if anybody wants to help out. And then
okay.
We'll be able to pick a couple people. I'll go ahead and purchase something from your table, and we'll even in the chat, if somebody's in the chat that wants to participate. But here we go. Question number 1. Are you ready for this?
Let's do it.
All right. What is the name of the Black Sun bounty hunter who first appeared in the Season 2 Rebels episode Blood Sister, whose mission was to steal a gonk droid on Garel?
Holy moly. We just finished Star Wars. We got Season 1 of Rebels almost under our belt. But, oh, wow. We were starting to get familiar with Aura Singh there and with Cat Bane. But with Rebels, oh, man. And it was to say a black armored bounty hunter?
Yeah. The name of the Black Sun bounty hunter who first appeared in Season 2 Rebels episode Blood Sister, whose mission was to steal a gonk droid on Garel.
Oh, boy. Anyhow, I got to use my lifeline.
Yeah, lifelines. Anybody? Trevor is a beast. That is true. Mr. Trevor Beast 454. Victor, you got an answer for us?
I heard half the question.
Oh, the question is, what is the name of the Black Sun bounty hunter who first appeared in the Season 2 Rebels episode Blood Sisters, whose mission was to steal a gonk droid on Garel? Come on, you know this. This is easy.
Black Sun, I just think of Right.
Let's see. Charlie Skywalker says Aura Singh. That is incorrect. Based on, Trevor is spitting fire with these questions here. So the nobody, yeah. Ketsu Onyo.
Wow.
There you go.
Man.
Question one for Trevor. Is your bed made?
Nice. All right, question number 2, Sentry Mode. In the Clone Wars Season 4 episode, The Box, you remember that one? According to Count Dooku, which bounty hunter needs no introduction?
Bosk.
Is that your final answer, Bosk?
Cad Bane.
There you go. Cad Bane is correct. Trevor, we got 1. Cad Bane.
I know, Clone Wars is a little bit more Cad Bane centric there, so.
Yeah, definitely. Okay, so here's number 3. And you may or may not be familiar with this show. Which character on The Mandalorian said, "You can keep the money, all of it. I just need this job to get into the guild"?
It was episode 5, was it? He got in a little bit of trouble for some of his
speaking
words.
out,
Yeah.
saying some.
He is a Paisan, just like Gecko. But I forgot his name there. I know that Steel Wars there, he loves him.
Oh yeah, that's right.
He's like supporting him every day. I forget his name.
Anybody out there? Toro Calicat. There you go. Okay, question number 4. Trevor, you got, these are good. Come on. Who was the owner of the Slave One prior to the Battle of Geonosis?
Wow, good question. That's Django.
Jango Fett. I see people nodding their head over there. Yeah. That is correct, Jango Fett. All right, number 5. This is kind of a personal question, kind of an essay type thing. Which bounty hunter do you think would be a most successful comedian, and why?
Well, I would say IG-11, just because Taika Waititi's his talent is with that dry humor is brilliant. So Taika, it would be IG-11.
That is correct. I would give it to IG-11 as well. Yes. All right, let's do one more. Let's see. All right, here's one for you. Question number 12 on the Scarif Scuttlebutt Sentry Mode, created by Trevor Beast 454. He is a beast. Name at least 2 bounty hunters who appeared in both The Empire Strikes Back and the Clone Wars Season 4 episode, The Bounty.
It would be Bosk and Boba.
Let's see. At least 2. Bosk and Boba. Anybody else? That is correct. Bosk, Boba Fett, and Dengar.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I saw the
Excellent. Thank you very much, Sentry Mode. We are a little bit smarter now than we came up. But Dominic, any other final words before we let you go and go back and do your thing?
Just again, I can't say enough about the Star Wars community. You know, the one thing, no matter what ends up happening with Gecko, I just this year has just absolutely been priceless for my family and I in terms of the outpouring of support, and to be able to just again add those smiles to so many members of the community, to be again a small ambassador is just, I can't tell you how grateful I am for that. So just a genuine thank you. We're on our way to Michigan tomorrow, then Indiana, Tennessee. We've got 2 stops in Florida appearances, then back up to Illinois, Colorado Springs, and then straight on our way to home with maybe 2 appearances in Sacramento and Hanford, California. But just a genuine thank you to everybody for all their support throughout the community there. I just, Star Wars is really special. I know that George was, and the founder of Albin Johnson of the 501st is definitely aware of all the good deeds. But I just kind of am coming to more of a realization day by day in terms of how much good they do for their community, especially this time in our country with so much divisive politics and social issues. To see so many people coming together of all walks of life is probably one of the most beautiful American things you could absolutely imagine.
Excellent. Well said, sir. Mr. Gecko, the bounty hunter. Thank you so much. Any questions from folks out there that might want to ask Dominic? Otherwise, we'll let him get back to do some, I was going to say handshaking, but we don't do that.
No more hugs.
No more hugs. That's
Elbow bumping.
elbow bumping. That is a bummer, though. I mean, hugging was was really cool. Back in the day, remember?
Yeah.
Choked up.
Those one night stands were a lot of fun. Yeah. Got those done, you know.
But Dominic, thank you very much for sitting on the mic there for a little bit, and may the force be with you.
May the force be with you. Thank you, guys. Thank you.
We're going to turn the camera back on to our crowd and to Dominic. I smell roast beef or something. Thank you, guys.
Roast beef. There we go. How's it going? Feel free to take a look, guys. So, one of the bounty hunters from Mandalore.
Want me to do a video?
Yeah, the challenge coins, different colors, actually, silver, black, and gold. They're just $20.
I think Cam.
Oh, yeah, right. Yeah, thank you so much. Go charge my picture too. I can get a picture if you want. Yeah. Thank you so much.
You know what? You don't want to tell them there's no charge. Just tell them it's priceless.
There you go.
Pictures are priceless.
Because all my peers, they charge an arm and a leg at the conventions. It's like I shouldn't have to say it.
I hope you get there someday.
Yeah. Even so, I always want to be fan.
I hear it. I hear it.
I'll take it off. Thank you so much. Nice to meet you, sir. Yeah. We had a guy, he's one of the Red Power Rangers, Steve Cardenas.
Yep.
And, we were at this, a little slow, moderate Comic-Con. I still did okay.
Those are stickers from the podcast. If you guys want to take stickers or cards, you're more than welcome.
Over. I mean, someone dead. And he's like, they're like,
yeah.
We just get a picture with you. He's like, it's $40. That's dead.
Hold on, I'm excited right here, girl. I know you are.
I was at Grand Rapids Comic Con last summer, last fall, actually, November. The actor played
and they had how much
is set up. I was there.
I don't know what they had somebody. One of our partners.
You gotta wait till the event starts.
Someone magic.
You have to, but obviously, I'm just every day, just pitching myself.
And I get it, like when a kid comes up and says, can I get some autographs or whatever, it's just so
Well, thank you.
There's something outside of there to give you autographs and they want to come trust them.
Yeah.
You gotta watch out for that. It's sad that people use the kids anyway.
Yeah. And I mean, like I said, I used to give, if they purchase something, give the kids a pin. Yeah, I remember one time they did that to my beloved Mets fan, Gary Carter, who's, deceased now. And it's like one dad came up and put him on blast on the video. And so, hey, Gary, you charge for kids and stuff. And I'm like, come on, it's also your business too,
Somebody's asking where they can find a calendar to your upcoming appearances.
Just tell them on Facebook, go to Lair of the Gecko. I usually post everything there. I don't use it or Dominic Pace on Facebook, and Dominic Pace 1 on Instagram.
You figure out what the other hotels you're staying at?
Oh, no, let me get that.
They started to pick up, I didn't want to bother you.
No.
Have you been to Disney World before? Yep. You're gonna love it. It's huge. I've been to Disneyland though.
Oh, yeah.
It's gonna blow your mind. It's so much better.
What was it again? Facebook?
Lair of the Gecko.
So can I put facebook.com/Lair of the Gecko?
I don't know.
Shoot, I don't, or just search Lair of the Gecko.
It's cool.
Disney, yeah, Disney's contemporary.
Oh yeah, contemporary is awesome.
Yeah.
You're at a Magic Kingdom there.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a little strange down there with all the COVID precautions.
We're just, like, I just joke around. Yeah, of course, please, yeah. I don't want to. I'm going to take a picture. Oh, somebody. Oh, absolutely. Thank you.
Okay. Everyone take care,
Yeah.
man.
Take care, man.
Thanks for coming out.
Oh, thank you very much. Yeah, I appreciate you, sir.
I'll post some pictures of you that I took. I'll tag you.
Oh, nice.
All right.
Are these good? We don't get these out there. Yeah.
Yeah, you like, we're doing kill 'em?
Where are we going next?
Little Chicago deep fish down the street.
By the way, that was the expression after we told Dominic that we're going to head over to Kalo Pizza's little deep dish later. No vegetarians here.
Yeah, then we're off to
Dearborn Heights.
yeah.
Maybe zipping right by my neck of the woods both ways.
Oh, okay, okay. Yeah, then Michigawa, Friday, Saturday.
So you gotta go over, yeah, you're gonna go over, then you're gonna come back across the state and head south, right?
Yeah, and then head down to
Getting nervous.
like a boss.
Yeah, so what I'm now?
I didn't want to interrupt,
Photo with everybody?
like these are the guys out in the suit.
Oh, yeah. I know, everybody's so confused. Like, hi, how are you? Yeah.
Yes. Realty Winnebago. Yeah, so you should always part of our so
That's all it is.
Yeah, sure. You guys eating around here somewhere? Or?
Yeah, like in the
I took Uber here, so I don't have.
You want to do a final goodbye?
What was that?
Want to do a final goodbye, then we can shut down the live stream?
Yeah, let's do it.
Heather, you want to come by with us?
It's slightly washed out.
The sun. Not the sun.
Oh, wow.
The only way I would do it.
I'm gonna have you guys take it.
No.
And then whatever that.
That might be a little bit high.
You smell it?
Oh, I just, he said, I think it's pizza time, and I support that decision.
Fortunately, we're not quite there yet. Someone was saying they thought it was pizza time.
Oh.
Can't do this with the mask on. We're throwing caution to the wind, risking COVID for you guys.
That's right.
That's how we feel about our Red 5 family.
Oh my God.
Now I know I've got COVID.
That's scary.
All right, so yeah, it's been a great event. It was a little bit slow there to kick off, but we finally got the crowds to pick up a little bit. We got some folks who were intimidated in off the street by Armando Merckx and Lord Vader, and Jimmy Max swinging by certainly didn't hurt things out there with his posse. So it was a pretty great event. Appreciate all you guys stopping by in the chat. Heather, what do you think?
You know what? This was a pretty fun event.
So
I'm just saying, no, so much fun to just be a part of a community that just gets together for good. You know, we're in a weird state, and I don't mean Illinois, I just mean a weird state in life, although, you know, I mean, you take that for what you want. But to see a community come together, how can you not? I mean, how can you not support that? And I think Dom is by far one of the coolest guys I've ever met. And I just love that, like, we were talking to him on the road, he's just a fan. And fans make the best people. So it's been good.
Yeah, he's an incredibly genuine person. I've been talking with him since prior to The Mandalorian even coming out the first time. I was out in California, Southern California, Anaheim area last September, and reached out to him about the possibility of getting together, and all I got back was a text with his phone number basically saying, give me a call, let's figure it out. So, you know, clearly he is all about reaching out to his fan base. He obviously touched base with a lot of us on the podcasts, come on and on the interviews. And I think that, you know, people pick up on the fact that he is truly just a genuine fan, and that's why, you know, people are drawn to characters like that. And I think we all know as Star Wars fans that these, you know, tertiary characters are the ones that people tend to gravitate to. I mean, we got that with Boba Fett, certainly. But there's a lot of those characters you run into watching Star Wars that you go, who the heck is that? And, you know, people obviously willing to tattoo them on their body, like Dan did. He's running out of real estate, though. He's going to have to start getting a scalp tattoo.
Shake my head. That's right. Get the Death Star back there.
There we go.
Yes, but doesn't that just speak to the beauty of the depth that is Star Wars? So that obviously, you know, Han is like a movie where you're you know, and even dark for that matter. But then you start to get to these B and C level characters, and you're like, he's cool, you know. And so that just also then speaks to the creativity team behind Star Wars. You're putting all that energy into these layers of characters.
I completely agree. And Charlie, no, I'm not going to go to Boston Gecko and take off. Got too much respect for this guy over here. Got some local 501st coming over to check it out. You know, Tom's son has been getting an education this summer as they make their way across the United States.
Looks like Tom Rossi just showed up here. He is the creative genius behind the Bucket documentary, which talks about the 501st. So obviously due to COVID, some things about showing that delayed. So, but check out Beyond the Bucket. We want to make sure that everyone gets to see that. So as a proud 501st member, we want to make sure that everyone gets to see that.
Actually, Ro, do you want to him on? Talk to him a little bit? Yeah, I think we're going to do that. We're going to get ejected here so that Ro can do his talented interview.
You're talented.
But I guess we have, huh?
You're talented too.
Yeah, I am talented. It's not on any of this. So.
I would argue differently.
I appreciate that, Heather. I very much appreciate it. No, it's been cool meeting the folks from the Mando Mercs and the 501st that have come out today. Again, it was maybe a little bit better than originally projected in the sense that it was a little more overcast. I think that helped them go a little bit longer. But you know, the time that they donate to events like this, just out of their sheer love of Star Wars, is to their credit. Heather, you know all about it.
Yes.
So certainly a small portion of your time goes into creating those characters.
I'm a troublemaker with the 501st. It's pretty great. So yeah, it's a good organization, and I'm proud to be a part of it. And I think to have podcasts that support Star Wars on the good, and then to have an organization that can work with that. And Dominic, again, shared all of his praises. It's more a triple threat, people.
I'm shocked. Ro didn't make him honorary Red 5 Network.
Oh.
Hey, Ro, what's up with that? You didn't make Dom honorary Red 5? I thought there was going to be a certificate.
Yeah, sure.
Parade.
Right.
A parade, yeah.
Options. So.
You guys want to pick somebody in the chat?
Oh.
If there's still anybody in there, see if they want any XL.
All right. Ro is looking to give out some merchandise here. We have got a Dominic Pace Gecko the Bounty Hunter T-shirt XL. So if there's anyone in chat who is still around, could wear an XL, or know someone who can, and can tell me what year the best Star Wars movie came out. It's just Charlie and Mr. Rez, I think. Oh, wait.
Oh, ooh, fancy.
He's there too.
That's how I heard that.
We're looking for the year the best Star Wars movie came out.
I'm gonna do everything on the phone. Thank God this is
Oh, Charlie.
1977.
The year a Star Wars movie came out.
Oh, I got a 1983, 1981. Are you just listing years, Charlie?
He's one of those.
1981.
Star Wars came out in 81.
I don't know. That's what I'm trying to figure out.
Came out in 83.
I know.
Or 78 in the UK.
Charlie has disqualified himself by naming the year that no Star Wars movie came out.
Let's see, Mr. Rez, I've got a 77 and an 83.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, I saw the axe throwing.
Yeah.
Charlie has disqualified himself from the running. All right. Have we seen the correct answer there?
No, I
sir?
still haven't seen the correct answer. I'm talking. I mean, Ro is the deciding force here. I know the Ro stuff is, so.
Mine came out in 1980.
That's right.
I won the shirt. Hey! Somebody. Guys, we also have a lot of shirts here, so just DM us, let us know. Check this one out.
DM us with your size.
Maybe I'll just have to take them home. Nobody wants that.
Oh, Rosie is.
Yeah. Those are
Los rojos castigo.
That's pretty great.
That is pretty
Oh
good.
boy.
Actually, Ro, can you toss me that hat?
Look at this, guys. So excited.
I'm looking for someone who likes to wear flat brim hats. So I've got this beauty right here.
Whoa. That's an imperial guy.
Dan? Sure. Dan? All right, Dan has been, I'm going to give this to Dan. He has been disrobing himself all day.
You know, that's a good point.
And this is extra fancy. It's even got a nice little space paddle under the brim. So Dan, thank you for coming out today.
That's
In
awesome.
person. Thank you. But yeah, we are going to make sure we get some T-shirts out to some of you guys out in chat. Just DM Ro at Scarif Podcast,
Right there. Wait, hold on.
and then he's responsible for who gets disappointed and who doesn't.
And I'll watch them already.
Cool. Cool. All right. We lost people.
Where'd he go?
I don't know.
There we go.
Just got to make it a little bigger.
Yeah, that's right. It works. I got a big head.
All right.
Heather, what's going on with Wscr in the near future?
I don't know.
We need to
I
get
just show up. No.
we need to get Todd over for that, right? Isn't he in charge of all the?
Hey, Todd Hoffman.
You're going to interview Todd now.
Oh, that's scary. Not this.
And I'm going to try not to trip on
Oh, please don't trip.
Okay, I'm in.
I don't want it to.
Thank you very much.
How did you hurt yourself? Oh, is that a podcast?
Yeah, exactly.
It's a real thing.
That's a thing.
All right, so Todd and Heather are here. We're taking over.
WSTR Media.
So we are saddened by the fact that Mr. Aaron Julian could not join us today, but
And
we
we
miss him.
really tried to con Carla.
We're so close.
I'm like, dude, Heather's got a room, you know.
I know. Come join us.
Come join
Get
us.
out of
Yeah,
Jersey.
JD's like trying to get married, so it's kind of a thing.
In like a week
Yeah.
or something crazy. But so, what's going on with our podcast? Do we have any fun, exciting things that we need to let the good people know? Because I want to say like next week's episode might be kind of a good one.
like tomorrow.
So yeah, so we are recording and we'll do our YouTube live tomorrow. 9-ish. That's Central Time, 9-ish. And then recording will go out the following Wednesday.
The same Wednesday, not the following.
Well, but right, the Wednesday that follows tomorrow.
Right.
Clarification.
So slight clarification. Right. So we have Lauren Mary Kim coming out, and she is in a little show called The Clone Wars.
Never heard of it.
Yeah, I never heard of it. And she mocapped So we're really excited for this. It's gonna be fun to kind of talk about it.
Yeah.
And you know the other thing?
What?
She was in The Mandalorian.
Stop it.
So
So was
she-
Dominic Pace.
Yeah. So she was a stunt performer in some of the Mandalorian episodes. So I'm really excited about that. And she was a stunt double for Elektra. She's been in a lot of different things. So we're really excited to get her on, see what she's doing, especially in Hollywood, being a stunt woman. I think that's kind of cool. So we're excited for that. So that's actually tomorrow, Heather said. So that's that. We just had a really good conversation with, she's excited, and you're all nuts. Coming in hot. So yeah, that was really fun, kind of talking about music and what brings people together and how we can kind of get through things with the pandemic.
Yeah, good times. So, and then, I mean, we'll always talk about something nerdy and.
Well, the other thing we got coming up in August, we have Gregory Titus. And you're like, who's that? He's a comic book dude, and he does a lot of the cover art for the Black series.
Whoa.
So we're going to find out a little bit about making toys, which is going to be fun.
I like
We got, also in August, we got some Red 5 love. We got pizza and parsecs coming up. And
Does that mean we're going to get pizza?
maybe. They really like pineapple on pizzas, and I don't understand
that.
this.
Might be a conversation point that we'll discuss on the show.
It's a contention on Twitter right now.
Serious.
Yeah. So we're gonna have Dave and Liv come on soon at the end of August.
Sweet.
Working on something too, Heather, that I haven't even shared with everybody, but we're trying to do a little crossover, with another podcast that we met at C2E2 a couple of years ago.
Okay.
So working on that right now.
That's a mystery to us too. We just go.
I just make the show notes and you show up, and then it's like,
wow,
wow, this is great. This is great. Thank you. Thank you for this. So yeah, as part of podcasting that I really like is the creative part, and so I really like trying to not only connect people, but then have good subjects.
Totally.
Yeah.
So I also feel like it'd be really great for us to share with our friends here. We also have a Patreon account.
Oh.
And I just feel like I want to quickly share and talk about it because through that you get two other really kind of fun shows.
And we're working on a third. Did you know that?
I mean, I had heard about it. I wasn't sure if we were going to drop that news.
Well, we're working on it.
Yeah.
So the first one is Starside Chat, and that's JD and Aaron. If you thought they were nerdy enough, they go deeper into being nerdy.
Like black holes.
Right. So we got that, and then tell us a little bit about Heather's holocron.
Yeah, Heather's holocron has been a little slow going.
Is it a plural or one?
I just one holocron for now.
Oh, okay. Do you have two or just one? Just one.
Just one.
Okay.
Yeah. I'll let you know when I get to when I have enough knowledge for two holocrons.
How much knowledge do you need to store in a
I don't know
holocron?
how much. There is a question that I need to explore. How much can you hold in a holocron?
Sometimes there's spirits in the holocron, but we won't go there.
That's weird.
Weird, but yeah. Let's just work on the knowledge part.
So as I dive deeper into my knowledge of Star Wars, I recently did some review of Clone Wars on there, which was pretty exciting.
I thought you were going to do like a July 4th marathon. Did you get some stuff recorded?
I got an episode recorded on July 4th for sure. Got that over to Aaron. So, but yeah, it's just fun times me learning about things that, you know, sometimes people say words and I'm like, I don't know what that is. So I jot notes down to myself to do research later.
Yeah, and then Carla is working on something. So we haven't officially done that yet, but it's coming out very shortly. So,
I think, yeah.
because she's going to be doing her 9th costume.
Correct.
In like a year.
It's crazy.
It's stupid crazy. So there you go. So we're going to be working on that. So check us out, patreon.com/WSCR Media. Find all the stuff there. Again, we usually do YouTube on Mondays and then post on Wednesdays. Not the following Wednesday. That Wednesday.
The week, yes.
Just to be clear.
My bad.
Anything else?
I don't know. I'm trying to think what else we have to cover.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. We might be running out of material. I don't know. I mean, Charlie's really excited with a woot woot.
Whoa. Yeah.
Oh man, Frammy. Is that if it's Frammy or Framey?
Framey because it's Frank and Amy.
Oh, smart. Yeah. With WSTR Con 2020.
Yeah.
There you go. WSTR takeover.
Yeah.
Perhaps I'm going to try on hats. She doesn't know. LOL.
No, this is great. I mean, it's great. It's fun. Sun's out.
Yeah. I know, but I feel like we keep going from like torrential downpours.
Well, no.
And then humid.
I mean, it had to be sunny because it's always sunny on Scarif. Come on.
Good call.
Come on.
Right there.
Come on.
I should just.
Yeah. I would drop the mic. But Ro would be
very mad at you.
Ro would get very mad at me. But no, it's fun. It's always good to talk Star Wars. It's always good to hang out and other people, live people. Yeah. So So I'm glad we're able to do this. I'm glad Ro kind of put this all together. So it's been a lot of fun.
Totally.
Yeah.
Totally.
Yeah.
So.
All right.
What's up, guys? We haven't seen you in forever, man.
I know.
Hi, bro.
We're streaming live, Tom.
We got Tom here.
I'm sorry, guys.
No.
Oh my goodness.
No, come for 30 seconds.
Yeah, no, here, Tom, here. You gotta plug.
Yes.
You gotta, here, Tom. Come
All right.
sit.
So
Oh,
I briefly mentioned being behind the bucket.
Yeah.
So
Tom,
Hey,
Tom,
sorry.
you've been on 2 podcasts with us, and you keep on plugging this thing. So let's get down to the brass tacks here.
All right, let's do it.
You know, the pandemic. It was June, I think you're gonna release this bad movie.
Yeah.
So where are we at with the Behind the Bucket documentary? Can you give me a little minute?
Yeah, so
5 minutes.
The whole thing was, we have one major event here in the Chicagoland area, Joliet Star Wars Day, and it was something we were looking forward to for first of all, and then to kind of piggyback off that, and having so many people coming from all over the state and and everywhere. We just kind of wanted to premiere in that town.
It kind of would have been the perfect thing.
It would have been amazing, yeah. And it was quite a disappointment, but
I saw you were doing like some voiceover now. You're doing a lot of stuff, man. What's
yeah,
going on?
we have actually. So that's the biggest thing. We since this happened, some more opportunities have come up for like animation.
Okay.
Some people have reached out to us. We have actually composing music for us, 2 people. So
That's awesome.
so I'm doing the VO work right now, and it's allowed us to kind of like slow down. We have we slow down and we kind of rework some things. Now we didn't get things we really wanted, and that kind of sucks. But the whole thing too is we have to be now more creative.
Yes.
And we have to be creative on how we're going to finish it
And promote it.
and promote it, and then also how we're going to distribute it. So the plan right now, at least what we're talking about, is we're going to start doing maybe like 48-hour watch parties online.
Oh, cool. Yeah.
So this way it gives people the opportunity to do that, and then hopefully if things start chilling out,
doing a more official
we can spend next year promoting it by taking it on film festivals.
Nice, yeah.
And traveling around with it, and then when Celebration comes around, I'm working on possibly getting a panel there and some things that we can, have maybe some opportunities there in 2022 now.
Yeah.
So that's where I'm at. I was trying to work on a deal for PBS as well.
Wow, great.
So I have a connection to that, but I'm putting my hands in all these different avenues and trying to see what we can do.
Tell me a little bit about the sticker thing, which is kind of taken off, which I think is ingenious. So give the audience a little bit about the sticker.
The sticker thing has just been a self-promotion, something that I was thinking about doing for, just to help kind of give people. Everyone loves swag. Let's start there.
Let's start there. Yeah.
So basically, what I'm doing, and at least what I started doing, was I put my own money out. This whole project is passion driven.
Yes. Yeah.
Put my own money out. I bought a bunch of stickers, and I just basically at C2E2 is where it kind of started. I'm like, let's get some selfies with people in costume.
People like taking pictures too.
Yeah. So
pictures
I started posting those pictures.
Yeah.
And people were like, wow, that's really cool. I want a selfie with the sticker too,
Yes. Yeah.
So a lot of people I've asked to donate, which is 100% going towards the film or future swag.
Right.
So, no one's making any money off these stickers or patches now that we have. We literally just got them yesterday.
Nice.
And, so all I'm doing with these is I'm asking for selfies with them, and I'm asking influential people to, just hold the sticker and talk about us or send us our way on social media or do whatever they can just to let people know about what we're doing, what our project's about, what the 501st is. And, once again, my goal on this whole documentary is not to basically, cause fan service for those who are already in the 501st. I mean, everyone knows why we do what we do.
Right.
It's more important to educate people that don't know what we do or why we do it. So that's why it's so passionate for me, because I want to reach those people. I want that crossover
where people are humanitarians looking to possibly do something, and we do this awesome service for everybody, and we just dress up, have fun about it.
Yeah. So I want people to understand why our fandom and what we use our fandom for
and how we are able to use it for good.
Yeah.
In this way. So,
yeah, it's a positive message.
Yeah, absolutely.
So where can people find you?
You can find us on all the social medias.
Yes.
Instagram, which is Behind the Bucket Doc.
I think Twitter's Behind
Bucket.
Behind Bucket. There you go.
And then Facebook, which is Behind the Bucket.
Yeah.
And then Behind the Bucket on our website too. So
Okay.
www.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. Very
So
cool.
and then postings are all going up on our social media
Yes.
as far as selfies and any
Yeah.
news or any kind of things, anything I'm doing,
Right.
anything that any of us are doing.
Yes.
I made new announcements of the guy doing music and so I'm just
Cool.
getting in the studio trying to knock
Nice.
it out, and
Yeah.
we're just buttoning it up.
Yeah.
That's really what we're down to. And so COVID's kind of allowed us to do that and forced us to do that.
Right. Yeah. To get everything kind of.
Yeah.
Fun
So
up, yeah.
but
So we look at.
it's going to be before this year is over.
Okay,
Yeah,
right.
it's going to be we're
Cool.
going to have it out. So it just gets hard and tricky to try to meet with each other.
Yeah.
I mean, you have all these online platforms,
Yeah.
where you can do all these things, but
It's still tricky.
It's still tricky.
Yeah.
So luckily there's apps and things, programs where you can make notes at certain points, and you can say, I'd like you to change this. Or, So that's kind of what we're working with now.
Cool.
And
Awesome.
he's always, most of my crew's been over in Wisconsin anyway, so it's always been a challenge.
Yeah. Cool. Awesome, man.
But yeah, I appreciate you guys
Yeah.
having me on again.
Yeah,
And
absolutely.
that's the newest word.
Awesome. Great. Thanks, man. Appreciate it.
Very
All right,
excited.
bro.
Thank
You're up.
you.
Thank you.
Is this your phone?
Yep.
Right. There you go. Awesome.
What'd I miss?
Everything. Behind the Bucket.
Awesome.
We're winding down here, man.
Winding down. Thank you very much. People in the chat, thank you guys for sticking around. I know it was a nice Sunday, kind of a nice thing to just kind of have in the background every so often. Todd, thank you for coming out. And thank you to the 501st, your compatriots from the Empire.
And the Mando Mercs.
And the Mando Mercs. That was really great. We'll be posting a lot of pictures throughout the next couple of weeks because we got tons of stuff.
And we'll wait for that highlight reel and
yeah, sure. Heather's sneaking around. What's she doing? What's she doing?
Nothing.
All right. So we are definitely winding down. I want to thank everybody who came out to see Dominic Pace in Chicago here at ScarifCon. I want to thank our wonderful hosts, Alley Cat Comics, Nick and Celine. Thank you guys. And looking forward to ScarifCon 2021. It's in the planning.
Or 2020.
Or 2020, whatever.
Winter edition.
Winter edition. But thank you guys. It's been a lot of fun. We just organized this thing so we can kind of hang out with Dominic and celebrate Star Wars fandom.
Star Wars.
And I think that was who said that?
I don't know.
But thank you guys.
Yeah, thank you so much.
And WSTR, Galactic Public Access, woohoo, Jedi Temple. You guys are the collector's website, no?
Jedi Temple Archive.
Jedi Temple Archives podcast. Thank you, Rob, for heading down here from his hometown of Lansing, Michigan.
We got all roll days card over here too with Greg. So.
Yes, awesome. So
blast, man.
It has been a blast, but I am going to sign off. Thank you very much, guys. For and then if you guys want to take a look at Dominic's upcoming schedule, check out or look for Lair of the Gecko. It's on screen there on Facebook, and check out where he's going to be popping up next. But Todd,
yes, bro,
it's pizza time.
It's pizza time with no pineapples.
With no pineapples.
All right, there you go.
This is Rose signing off from the Scarif Scuttlebutt podcast, and that's Scuttlebutt. Thank you, guys.
Oh, no.